Hello and welcome to Limbus Company. This game was recommended to me by a friend, and also it's crossing over with Arknights soon, if not already, so I figure, you know, why not? It's on Steam, it's pretty easy to get through. Might as well have a bit here. Oh, that's just the new stuff. Notifications, yeah.
그대 드디어 목적지를 찾은 것이오.
Oh, new stuff here. Regular maintenance compensation. 2.5th anniversary rewards. I might as well clear those now that thinking about it, I probably should have streamed it upon starting up the game first time, but I figured I should put through the tutorial before starting up on stream. Maybe that wasn't the right decision. Oh well. Got our sinners here. You can change your teams from the 12 and their identities. In the sinner's window, the identity portrait show the ego. My understanding is the gotcha for this game is to basically give upgrades and weapons to the characters rather than pulling new characters completely, which is interesting. Select all identities, all of the list. A normal team layout, clicking anywhere leads to edit team. Will not be able to edit during. Oh, announcer. Yeah, we didn't put our name in this one. We are, no matter who we are, we are Dante. The tutorial basically revealed that apparently we're slowly losing our memory. Because our head was replaced by the clock. We can only make ticking noises, but some people can understand us. And apparently this was to stop whatever we were doing. But luckily the Limbus bus came by. Mephistopheles came by and saved us, and we're going to the Inferno, so, well, I guess instead of leaving hell, we're going into it. Should be interesting. Oh yeah, the elemental wheel in this game is apparently the 7 deadly sins. Interesting, but I guess it makes sense. I mean, the playable characters are all called sinners. I'm gonna be honest, I only barely understand the combat right now, but I figure, whatever.
하루가 저물어가는 동안 나는 그저 서 있을 뿐.
전 웬만한 명령은 수월하게 처리할 수 있어.
남들은 돈을 멀리하라고 하지만
관리자님은 대단한 것 같아요.
언제나 세상의 정의를 위해 달려나가는 저 해결사들을 보시오.
Guess we should go to chapter 1 now that I've completed the tutorial here. Now we're time to go to hell. I'm sure nothing bad can happen from that.
베르, 앞에 장애물이 있어. 부릉부릉.
The chatter was finally got me to open my eyes. Aboard the Mephistopheles. Karen is the bus driver. And everyone here has very familiar names. They don't seem to be specifically the historical figure or fictional character. Like Don Quixote seems completely unique. So, well, I guess I can't blame them for just picking good names. They sound like good names. It's the reason people use them. After all, nothing beats blocking out your sight when you want to keep boredom. Not that there was much else to do on the bus whose destination was unknown to me. My lack of head and memory certainly can help either. Alright, let's proceed. Okay, here comes Bumpy Bumps.
비싼 세정제야. 베르가 큰맘
Expensive
먹었다고
washer fluid.
그랬어.
Verg said he paid a fortune. A clump stuck is all letting light through. Hello, Maru. Yeah. Thank you, yeah. I was told a lot of the Venn diagram of Arknights fans and Limbus Company fans actually does have a decent amount of overlap, so I was quite curious about the game even before now. I guess like a few things did the deal. $1 billion. Thank you for the subscription, Gulpin. I really appreciate that. Hopefully this will be entertaining for everyone involved. Many different sets of eyes on the bus are lethargically facing forward. It felt like a pretty gruesome scene, but based on the others' reactions, maybe this kind of violence is common in the city. Hey. It felt rather awkward to close my eyes again now that we were wide awake. How do we have eyes when our face is a clock? Another Arknights in charge. Love that. Yep. Figure I should just have cards on the table. The crossover is the big reason here. fact, part of me kind of wishes I had even streamed the tutorial, but I got through that before starting the stream because I wasn't sure or if that'd be if they had interesting stuff in there. Had I known it actually was, then I probably would have started right as soon as Wolf smacked us down and replaced our head. Oh, but I mean glasses. Know where we're going right now? A feature far more conspicuous than his beard made me slip.
벌레
You
양반이라고
almost called me
부르려고
bug
했지?
guy, didn't you?
다시 한번
Once again, my
말하자면
name is Gregor.
내 이름은 당신이
The
시계
same way you're
대가리가
called
아니라
Dante and not
단테로.
Clockface. I couldn't find any excuses, so I just gave back a light nod.
어이, 기사 양반.
I admit
우리
I'm
지금 어디로
probably
가는
gonna
거야?
need a bit before I memorize everyone's names, but I'm sure in time I'm going to like all of them in some fashion. Say, bus girly, where we
다시
headed?
한번 말하자면
Once again,
내
my
이름은
name is Sharon.
카론이요.
Chiron, Sharon, or Karen. I've seen a lot of pronunciations of that. Actually, let me have her replay it. Let's see what the game says.
다시 한번 말하자면 내 이름은 카론이요.
Karen.
당신이 벌레 양반이 아니라 그레고르라고
Yeah, that's why you're
불리듯이.
Gregor, not bug guy. Well, she got you there, Gregor. Huh, she really did.
베르가 말했어.
Carol, like the mythic figure. Yeah, like thought I mentioned, but yeah, a lot of these names are familiar. Verg said
수감자들은
the sinners go to
사구로
District
간다.
4.
사구! 방금 사구라고 말했는가?
Why do I have a feeling I'm gonna like Don Quixote? Whoa, did District 4 fall upon my ears? That place is known to be the home of the Grass Maiden. It is the origin of the heroine's journey.
아까부터
What the
시끄럽게
hell, you're
쫑알쫑알
rattling on and on.
입 다물고 조용히 좀
Can't you just shut
가지.
up and go the trip in
나는
peace?
아까까지 입을 다물고 있었네만.
Why, I remained silent until mere moments ago.
말 대답하지
I like how his
말라고.
bat has revenge and her spear has when impossible. Hey, I said shut up.
이봐요.
Sorry, did you happen to
본인이
realize
더
you're being the louder one here?
죽어도 살아난다고
Even if you
해서
can't die, you
아프지
can
않은
suffer.
거냐.
Can't, right? Just say
옳은
that
말을
again.
했는데도
I
돌아오는
say
게
the right thing and your
폭력이라니.
first response is violence.
수준
Shows how
알만하네.
fine you are. Ha! Salutations there. Hello, door Quixote. Welcome. Glad to see some new faces around. Yeah, I am getting into this game for the first time. I contemplated for a second. Should I step in? Is this the part where I exercise my authority with dignity and grace? A faint memory urges me to do something. Now, guys, it's inadvisable to lose your squish.
모분초도
Trenches.
모가지를
To
분질러야
right against the
조용해지지.
noisy crying
같은
hogs and
소리.
tails dragging.
이유 없는 폭력은
Senseless
용서받을 수
violence shan't be
없다네.
forgiven. How shall bring about justice?
아, 이럴 줄 알았어.
I knew this would happen. I left
옷에
a
피가
spot on my
튀었잖아.
clothes. Do you guys
저기,
really have to fight next to
꼭
me?
내 앞에서 싸워야겠어?
I must be mad. I see they get about. We all get along as well as my actual friend group. Yeah, I think I'm gonna love everyone here. Thou shalt be fine with thy feelings being the hero who shall protect thy manager. We haven't reached our destination. They've already killed 3 of our own.
잠깐 한눈이라도
Hey, that could be.
파려고
Hey,
하면
as far as I'm concerned, that's a good day. We could have easily ended up with like half of our people gone by the time we go in there. Can't I break without anticipating trouble, can I? You 4, cleaning duty for the next month. Such
본인은
unfairness. I'm really
정의를
stopped the hand
구현했을
of
뿐인
justice.
것을. 잠깐, 내
Also,
옷 빨래도
tell them to do
포함시켜줘.
my laundry as well.
피는
Blood doesn't wash
와인이랑은
off as
다르게
easily
잘
as
안
wine
빠진단
stains.
말이야.
Sheesh, the dry cleaning's more costly. No one bats an eye at the lifeless janitors to be littering the floor. Maybe they're already taking their indefinite revivals for granted. Yeah, if I played enough time loop games, it's very easy to know that when death is a slap on the wrist, you're gonna abuse it pretty easily. I don't even know how exactly I'm supposed to bring them back. Dante, I'd like you to turn the clock back.
그런
That must mean the
모양새면
puzzled look where your face should be.
어리둥절한 표정.
Keep that in mind.
파우스트 씨,
Miss Faust? Now, one thing I do know beforehand is that Faust is often compared to Calcit from Arknights, and this tells me, she's going to be one of the most interesting characters here, that's for certain. She gives Faust a tired nod and gestures to me. Dante, turn the clock! She lets out a small smile but came to my seat, probably out of a sense of
처음
obligation.
만났던 날에도
It's the same thing you did the day we
당신이
first
했던
met
일을
Dante, though I
말하는
suppose that
거예요,
might have been
갈 때.
more of an instinctual reaction.
그때는 본능으로 해내자.
Now, let's try
다시.
again and close your eyes. Though I have no eyes to close, blocking out my sight is something I have done. I have no reason not to follow her instructions
사실
here. In
문은
fact,
어디에나 있어요.
the door is everywhere. Manager Esquire, bring the cadaver back line of the living. Alright, do I have to do a weird
그러나
incantation?
당신에게만 보이죠.
Only you can see it, for the stars never
왜냐하면
set in your sky. At that, I felt a thread of light creep into my sight, As if to open my eyes, I embraced the light. Then I saw space. I was alone there, and a massive door stood before me. I should make a Full Metal Alchemist reference. It wasn't a pleasant sight. Suffocating heat and agonized cries seeped through the gap. I'll come back for you. I'll come back for you. Hearing the endless laments and wailing for even a split second makes me feel faint. Opening the gates of heroism. However, I'm approaching the door, grasping at its handles as if that's what I was born to do. Despite seemingly heavy. Oh wow, maybe Full Metal Alchemist was the reference to make. Despite being very heavy, pulling it open was surprisingly easy. I grope about the door, thousands upon thousands of last wails lie within, and reaching inside, I grab a few unknown hands. I can feel histories of different sins bearing the brands crawl up my hand onto my arm. Are thou prepared to share the pain? Could that be a question, or rather a pressure to comply? I pulled forth the sinner's grasping with all my strength. A terrible pain threads through my neck and head. It's so crushingly severe, it makes me wish I was dead. The indescribable sensation of bone and muscle entangling each other goes on for what feels like an eternity. Interesting, my legs weren't prepared to endure this agony. I fell to kneel atop a pool of blood and helplessness. Then I see it. Trembles in the bloody pools, gradually glowing to waves and bubbles rising. Has Manager known that they're based on different books? Yeah. Well, Charon and Mephistopheles are based off of myth or legends. Soon that blood's... Okay. I believe I've been... Yeah, a lot of these are really... A lot of them are nice names. I can see why they'd go for those kind of choices. Alright. Soon the blood soaking the ground coalesced in three masses, and then the agony that seemed to last forever vanished. Alright, so to bring people back, we have to take on the pain that killed them. That, Okay, let's try and avoid deaths if we're possible. I should put a 3-death limit. And I won't put 0 because I know how friend groups work. We're going to have to work it slowly, backwards to no deaths. But making it just 0 now won't work. They're just going to do it anyway. As the lumps of blood rose there in the air and flew away, my sight was cleared of dreadful redness, returning to the grumbling bus. How's it feel to have your head back after it was severed? It was exciting. Right as Heathcliff restored consciousness, he rubs his neck, mutters a vulgar words, and approaches Raichu. Hold on, I just brought you back, and you're going to go straight into another fight? Heathcliff just turns to glare, his eyes of a man devoured by blind thirst. Isn't it your job to bring us back? If your job's done, step aside or I knock your dumb claw off. But please wait, Dante looks like he's in a lot of pain. We should, before he could stop his back, heaved in the side of Sinclair's head. The incoherent gurgles of a dialogue person violated my ears. Okay, next time, Clockface, you're correct. Are we clear? I mean, you do realize without me, you can't come back, right? You really are as coarse as you look. Just dying once is not enough for you. He tightens his grip on the back, and Ishmael's ready to swing her weapon as well. How about he serves to become the manager of people who can't be stopped even by death? While I was lost in thought, all tension in the bus suddenly froze over. It seems this team is in serious need of discipline. Yeah, I'm with Virgilus on this. And yes, I'm fully aware of the Dante and Virgil connection from the Divine Comedy. Ooh, I wonder if we can run into the four fiends here. The sinners on a collision course stopped dead in their tracks. The cold pair of red eyes cast a glare between the two. Rule number 1. Do not let me hear weapons clashing inside the bus. If any of you break this rule as of now, you'll be begging for me to let you die. Well, as they say, you'd be surprised what a person can live through. I'm sure you know that I'm capable of that and more, right? Sinclair's writhing on the floor was the only sound breaking the silence. Heathcliff glowered but couldn't bring himself to argue back. Dante, I'm sorry about this. I'll need you to rewind one more time. I have to do that again? I'd rather die than have to bear that harrowing pain. I wraggle my head in dejection. The faint hint of a smile vanishes. You'd better open up on still feeling general to ask enough for apologies, manager. Oh, in case you're refusing to because you don't want more pain, well, I can gladly help with that. This degree of pain will feel like nothing by the time I'm done. You'll be a different person
내가
after.
잘못 들은
Did
건가?
I hear correctly? I'm pretty sure our
관리자님이
manager
분명
clearly
거부
declined
의사를
your request. Oh, you. This is not
입사할 때 나의
was informed when I
상관은
joined
네가
the company, the
아니라
executive manager
관리자님이라고
would be my
분명히 들었다.
superior, not you.
관리자께서 고개를
I'll say the manager
저었다면
made themselves clear when she
그래.
ahead. I see. So their
보좌관께서
aide is decided to
나서시게.
step in. Is that it?
그렇다면
It's my
보좌관께도
turn to make clear what I mean. The red hue of his eyes glows deeper, much to my dread. I don't know what I'm really meant to do as a manager or if I deserve this role, but I feel like I should at least stop things here before we get to a bigger mess. Reviving one should hurt less than reviving 12 at once. Otis, I'll rewind the clock. This is okay. He noticed me motioning to make her stand down and withdrew the red glow, as if in mutual
잘
consent.
생각.
Good thinking.
관리자께서
Manager.
그러시겠다면
Yeah, ultimately, the only reason we declined this at first was because of that massive pain we had to endure before. If there's a way to lessen it, that would make this a lot easier. Otis seemed to want to add her input, but she promptly backed down and straightened herself out. The red door greeted me again, along with a twisting sensation. I've given up trying to describe the throws I go to. Words can't really describe it in full anyway. Thank you
고맙습니다.
very much. Sinclair stood up and with a pained moan and bowed to me before waddling back to his seat. I do quite like the game's art style in the general sense. Dance time. Clear within 10 turns. I'm actually starting to eat stamina now. Though if this is like any other gacha I've played, the first few levels that reset my stamina will come rather quickly, so I can keep it going. All right, select to battle to enter with the currently deployed sinners. Oh come on, I want to try some of the others. We've got a pretty good amount of people here. I want to try them all out, see which ones I like best.
참전합니다.
Okay, whatever.
저기 질문이
Pardon
있네.
me, I have a question. Don Quixote suddenly raised her.
첫 번째
Shoot,
규칙은
Verily,
이해했다네.
I understand the
그럼
first rule well.
두
What's the
번째는
second rule? Really?
아이,
Why are
그거 왜
you so
굳이
eager to
나서서
do that?
물어보는 거야?
I see, so Don Quixote's the lawful good type. Or perhaps just lawful, given, given this particular crew. Virgilus gave a cold stare to Ryoshu, who just lit her cigarette. She looked back at him with a
두
cold
번째 규칙.
Rule number 2.
바닥에
Don't litter the bus floor with
공격 버리지 마.
cigarettes. They leave burn
자국
marks.
남으니까.
Ha. The bus falls silent
잠깐.
again. Now
버스의
wait a
정적이
second. The bus
흐르면
shouldn't
안
be this
되지.
quiet. Where's the engine's
결혼.
roar?
왜 속도를 안 내는
Why aren't you
거지?
speeding up?
답이 없어.
No food. Mephi is
잘
hungry.
됐군.
Good. We could use something to lift the
분위기.
mood. Are we dropping by a gas station? The idea of Virgilus plugging a fuel nozzle in the bus like an average driver feels
차가
alien.
움직이려면
A car
이
needs
캐런
fuel to run.
헤드라이트를
Karen, try flashing the lights a
깜빡거려봐.
bit, like stage lights.
댄스 타임이야.
It's dance
잠깐.
time. Wait, if we do that, we're effectively
헤드라이트까지
asking
켜면
to be attacked.
그걸 노린 거고.
That appears to be the intent. Sorry? I could hear someone slam the bus inside.
가진 거 다 놓고
Hey,
내려.
leave all your stuff on and get off. You got 30
30초
seconds. 10,
10,
9.
9. 대박!
Hey,
20이
you skipped
빠졌잖아.
20. Well, say your
그럼
prayers for the
20초
other
동안
20.
왜
I'm
이렇게
surrounded by
주변에 모자란
dullards left and
사람들이
right.
뭐라고 했냐?
What'd you just say?
하게
How
습격을
cowardly
하다니.
of them to ambush us. They must be
틀림없는
villains about to
악인들이로군.
starve it out.
자,
Alright,
다들
everyone off.
그리고 말이야.
And one more thing. We want them near death and not dead. Got it? Oh, are we gonna learn about non-lethal combat now, or is it that just story thing? Chaining multiple skills with the same affinity will activate what's known as a resonance. Ones with the same affinities. Alright. Chaining 2 or more. Alright, let's see what the resonance does.
해보기는 할게요.
I'm gonna admit I only
안
barely
되면 어쩔 수
understand the
없지만요.
combat system in this game. It feels extremely chaotic. Chaining 3 or more will give absolute. Try activating absolute resonance with these skills. Absolute. Let's see what this does. Resonance effects. Activating a resonance slightly enhances the affected skills based on the number of skills linked. Skills close to the right end receive greater boosts. Okay, so the further along in the selection, the stronger they get. Activating absolute gives everyone. Ooh, that's
표정에
nice.
따라 실행합니다.
좋은 전략입니다. 좋은 전략입니다.
결정대로
Each unit has a unique passive. Select
무슨
Faust to
일인가요,
view hers.
관리자님?
Select the tab. Skill. Select passive. Analytic Eye deals 10 damage to units who have a negative status effect. Alright, I have to remember, resistance does not reduce damage in this game, it actually increases it. Yeah, it's gonna take a bit to remember that resistance is a higher damage in this game, not lower. So if an enemy has a resistance to something, that means they're weak to that. A bit fatal. Infected, normal. Please activate resistance passive for doing this.
행동을
There we are.
개시합니다.
Yeah, this fight is even
순조로운
close.
전략입니다. 순조로운 전략입니다.
Executor. Now that will look nice. I guess they forced the team this way so they can have you so they can demonstrate it. Let's take a look at a different type of passive. These icons also show the list available. Select Metal Assault's passive isn't owned. That means they auto-activate automatically, provided you have enough ego resources to meet the requirement. This passive, of course, you have 2 Sloth. Using a skill to gain the ego resource to that affinity. I'll need to make a gluttony team later. There. Since we have enough Sloth, this active is already activated. Currently active will be highly dilated. Support passives, sufficiently upgraded can assist. Regular resistance conditions. Alright, let's see here. At less than 50 HP, gain protection at the start. And what's protection? Oh, I thought it would highlight or let me, Executor of the target's HP is below 0, deal 10 additional damage. Entertainment. Heal 6 SP next turn. Protection just the damage wrist. Okay. Alrighty. Actually, let's go with, Alright, let's make everyone the same color.
명령대로 하겠습니다. 순조로운 전략, 좋은 전략입니다.
Oh, wow. I hope that doesn't, count as them all being dead, because they said explicitly we need them alive. Yeah, I really do like the art
관리자님의
style of this game a
99%
lot.
명령과 1%의 제 실력이 합쳐진 결과였습니다.
That 99% of your brilliant leadership and 1% my competence. Damage contributed. Most valued employee. So I guess Otis is going to be our right hand. I guess they seem reliable. Let's go here. Yeah, cleared within 10 turns. The bus deck. Select to battle with the currently deployed sinners. Yeah, they're forcing this team to make a point with a tutorial there. Alright, not a problem. With a guttural noise, the side of the bus lurches forward and splits open. A number of human shapes litter the ground before its maw. Some were still conscious, while others weren't exactly in one piece. Then the bus began devouring those served to it in the most literal sense. Gluttonously, voraciously. Oh my. Oh, I intend to use Don Quixote. Like I said, I want to try out all the sinners to see which ones I like in particular. She watched with satisfied expression, seemingly determined to savor every moment. Okay, we officially now know what Ryoshi was into. Perhaps I should be using her more then. Well, in the corner of my eye, Sinclair was clearly distressed. They look at the
제정신이 아닌 것 같아요.
Don't you think so too? His reaction got me curious to know their stories. Just to make sure, none of you are forced to join, right? Don seems like a troublemaker. Oh, believe me, I know lawful good isn't always, ideal. Though I know what... Well, again, it could be more lawful neutral. It's probably a bit, early to refer to anyone in this as a good, given... Yeah. I myself was practically forced to join the company, judging from what I know at the moment. And maybe they aren't so different from me, or so I thought. Sinclair's head drooped in response like a struck a nerve. That's right, it was by my choice. I'll get used to this, right? He muttered as if he was talking to someone other than me.
않았어도 했을
Which
일이요.
is what I would have done even if the company
또 악의 무리가
recruited me
달려드네.
not. Look, yon horde of evil approaches. I'm not sure. Well, like I said, could still be lawful, full neutral. That's still very useful to have around. Let's see here. Lightly tap the portrait to see the defense skill. First, let's try Marsalt's portrait. Generate guard. Let's see here. Use guard to shield, gain shield equal to its power. Damage will be absorbed before affecting the unit's HP. Now select Faust's portrait to generate evade. If its final power is greater or equal to that, the enemy skill, Alright, so if the unit final power is equal to or lower than the evade point, it will completely ignore the attack. The evade skills flip their coin once. Warning, if an enemy type defense is lower than the enemy attack, it will fail, and the enemy attack will go at your full force. So, evade is a nice way to avoid all damage, but defense is more reliable. Sounds about right. Finally, select Heath to avoid counter. Counter allows the enemy to strike first, then an unopposed attack against the attacker. Warning, if the unit's staggered, the counter will not activate. So this is a bit extremely risky, but it does give some very useful effects. Alright.
행동을 개시합니다.
Counter. When used in the right circumstances, defensive skills can be more effective than clashing or attacking. However, poorly timed will put the sinners at much greater risk. At the end of the day, I do need to protect my sinners, though. We're still a team, and a team is much less effective when you're losing people. Also, I kind of don't want to have to experience them dying over and over again just to bring them back. That's going to be a pain in the ass. Also, please note the sinners will not select their defensive unless you personally issue the direct command. Okay, so it can't be used in auto battle. That's fine.
행동을 개시합니다.
Alright, let's see how this clash goes. Let's see here. We haven't used Don Quixote, Gregor, or I know there's another one we haven't used quite yet. There we are.
행동을 개시합니다.
Alright, this change should make them notably stronger. Oh dear. Okay, good. Tremor. Is activating whatever that is. Hit and flick tremor. Nice.
지금이 기회입니다.
Trevor, go. Why, thank you. Let's see, what's this one? Staunchness. F less than 50% HP, gain protection. Analytic off. Resistment. Resentment. Deal 10 damage targets with higher max HP. I see. Let's make sure we get our colors down.
간다.
Add the colors here.
끝나.
Yeah, whenever you're outnumber the enemy, it seems like being able to gang up on them can really break through their attacks more easily. In which case, I wonder how bosses are going to work. They could just have mooks to make it easier, but they definitely are going to have something to prevent me from just having everyone gang up on them.
보여?
See, that I did a bang
마구잡이로
up job.
때려부숴놨지.
Manager level. Alright, so the stamina I knew it. Did I get the bonus here? Yeah, clear within 10 turns, so I did that just fine. Looks like those are going to be the main ones for a bit. Alright, let's see here. I have... yet to use Don Quixote, so... Oops.
앞장서시오.
Alright, let's see here. Who haven't I used yet? Well, I haven't used Gregor or Don Quixote, so I absolutely need them. Sinclair's probably a good one to bring.
저를요?
즉시 출격하겠습니다.
Here and, yeah, I haven't brought him yet. Actually,
원하신다면
yeah, I want to stick
와,
with people I haven't
기대되네요.
used yet specifically, so let's go with everyone we haven't used yet.
나? 뭐 최소는
배부르게 밥을 먹은 지가
Gee, when was the
언제더라.
last time I had a feast? Even the
기계
big blocking
덩어리
machine
팔자가
eats
더
better than
낫네.
we do.
제공되는 식사는
Do you mind that
모두
all meals are
정량이에요.
provided with adequately determined? Do you mind that all meals are provided with appropriately determined
그
quantities?
정도 먹어서는 기운이
Not
안
really enough to
난단
get me
말.
going. I thought I heard Heathcliff shout, "You think I'm doing this on a full stomach?" in a distance, but Rod just seems to pretend she heard nothing. Speaking of, does this bus run on stuff like blood or protein?
엔케팔린이에요.
It's
로보토미
enkephalin, an
코퍼레이션에서
energy source the
추출했던
Lobotomy
에너지죠.
Corporation treated. Yeah, my understanding is that this game, Lobotomy Corporation, and Library of Ruin all take place within the same universe. So that's pretty cool.
이전 엘사 말이군요.
You mean the previous Lobotomy
특이점으로
Corp?
에너지를
I
생산하는
heard it
회사라고
produced energy
들었어요.
using its singularity, though all that
엘사가
remains of that
몰락한
company now is
지금은
rubble.
맞아요.
Yeah,
그래서
but judging
지금은
from the loading
구하기가 꽤
screen
힘들어요.
hint during the download, it ended rather poorly for poor Lobotomy Corp. It even said you probably don't want to go there. That's right. It's become a rarity these
하지만
days. However, Mephistopheles
메피스토펠레스는
can forcibly extract it
신체에서
from the
엔케팔-
body. The body. I posed a question watching Otis give orders to the other sinners, glancing at the maw of the bus in
네.
turn. Correct. It can only be extracted from the brain and
뇌와
spiral nerves. It can be
척수신경에서만
taken from
추출돼요.
live subjects with greater efficiency. So that's why Virgilus told the sinners not to kill the assailants.
그럼
Okay,
해당
and if why the
부위만
rest of the
먹여도
body,
되는 거
there is a
아니야?
point, as their blood and flesh can also be
라기에
processed to fuel.
엔케팔린이 시동과 추력을
While
위해서
enkephalin
필요하다면
is used to generate
나머지
ignition and thrust, the
생체
remaining
물질은
organic material spent on
순환할 때
maintaining
사용되죠.
speed, thus reducing on usage.
엔케팔린이 되도록 천천히 소모되게 하기 위한 설계죠.
So if I'm getting this correct, understanding this correctly, yeah, they're basically trying to make the bus more fuel efficient with the corpses.
하이브리드요.
Ha! So the true future is hybrid. Is hybrid cars. I should have realized. Feel free to discuss meta as much as you want in the chat. Just be aware I'll only understand it like months from now when I finally understand how the crap combat works. But hey, I've beaten gotchas with trash tier stuff before. Or if something's fun, I'll find a way to make it work. Most of it went in one ear and out the other. Well, that's complicated. Alright, Faust went to explain the vehicle's fuel is taken from the branch and that it won't be sufficient on its own, but most of it went in one ear and out the other. It's complicated, it gets work. Okay, yeah, Faust is basically Cal said if she's giving a whole speech that goes in one ear of ours and out the other.
뭐야?
Don't mention it.
파우스트는
Faust knows no
고생하셨-
struggle.
고생은
If anyone's
우리가
doing the
하고
heavy
있지.
lifting, it'll be
이봐,
us. Hey man,
빨리
Bud,
잡아.
more incoming. Finally, I get to use a team of people I haven't yet to see what they have to offer. Wave 1. Adjusting the density of information. The maximum is full configuration. This is the default when the first starting the game. More information shown. Details and keywords are also shown. The medium. Yeah, minimum is probably going to be fine when I need to speed things up. Alright, so Faust has a count. So Don Quixote has a... Yeah, Don Quixote has a counter... Wait, no, that's a dodge, isn't it? Yeah, that's a dodge. This is the counter. There we go, that should work.
해보기는 할게요. 안 되면 어쩔 수 없지만요.
Turn 2.
좋아,
this goes.
간다.
Technically, you're getting
새롭다니까요.
Alright. If you come, if you pull in,
했어.
Alright, these guys don't look too tough. There we go.
표정에 따라 실험한다.
늘 새롭다니까요.
생각대로 되었어. 승리했어.
Victory. I did the tutorial for the extraction, yes, but I did not do any
역시
since.
본인은 위대한
Anyway, it's a
해결사가
great
될
fixer
자질이
slumbered within
있어.
me. Oh, everyone's actually gaining XP now. Nice. Oh no, they were gaining before. They just didn't. Oh, whatever. Excellent. Yeah, I don't want to do too many roll. Since, as mentioned, I'm going to be pulling for everything that the Arknights collab will offer. Pull on the starter banner. Let me check this here. That looks like the event banner. Which one is the starter one here? Which one's the starter one? Oh, here we are. Welcome. Extract remaining 20 times. There we are. Yeah, oh, 800. I got 5k lunacy. Oopsie. Yeah, I'm not gonna be buying any, at least, I usually try to go for these free-to-play just because I've spent money on gachas before and been burned quite hard. But to be fair, most gachas nowadays are actually quite free-to-play friendly. Get a ton, that's good. Alrighty. Alright, let's see what I get.
비웃지 마세요. 저도
Little
좋아서 이딴 걸 입었겠어요.
Ishmael, Season 2. Oops. So that was the main new one. Yep, time to go extract 10. Tutorial banners are usually pretty good just to get good rates, just to, you know, get you addicted. This one looks promising.
처리하기로 했던 것들은 다 줄 거 없고
Oh my.
이제 고대하시던 폐역 고통 도둑놈들을 찾으러 가보자고 형님께 말씀드려야겠어.
Cross everyone listed today, and alright, time to tell Big Brother we're set to chase down those hair coupon thieves. Middle Sinclair. Interesting.
어이가 없군.
Absurd. I can't believe I'm regulated to
병소리나 하고
BS.
있으라네.
W Corp L3 cleanup agent Ryoshu.
아, 당신이야? 나한테
Oh, so
명령
it's you.
내린다던
You're the one who'll be
사람이?
bossing me around.
기억고
Ah, you've done it. You
저를
found me.
찾으셨고
W Corp Ryoshu is actually really good. I guess I should equip that right away then. Let's see, Ryoshu. There we are. Any notable ones here? Is this one better than the current one? I genuinely have no way of telling. Also, Corp 1, select and hold to click. Here we are. Well, alright, there we are. Let's see here. So, damage. Your goal is to up-tie her. To up-tie 3. Up-tie? What's that? Leveling up, or no? That'd be called. Oh, here, up-tie. Let's see here. What's this? Okay, so this is basically a form of leveling skills, for example. I don't have any of the currency required, so I'll have to figure that. All right, I'll have to get that stuff later then. Yeah, is the ego sloshing better than the South Section 5? It It probably is because it's newer, but go to extract. Alright, go to extract. Use guarantee ticket. Identity, assured extraction. Ah, I see. Does not include ego. I have 1 ticket for this, so let's go. 3-star identity. I see a couple reds and an orange.
공평하게 죽음을
Equal death or something. Whatever, I'm here to wreck stuff.
아무튼
Heathcliff.
다
This is pretty
이
much a human
정도면
armor.
사람 팔이 구멍고. 난 또 이번에 시술 받으면 팔 두 짝 다 뱀으로 변하나 싶었지.
This is pretty much a human armor, right? I thought they'd be replacing both of my arms with actual snakes. Gregor, ooh. Alright, so the red and orange I assume are the below average. Yeah. Well, lucky for that one, I don't actually have much better, so might not have a choice but to equip it. C branch, the worst one. Now go to dispense. Dispense. Walpurgis Knight. What's this one? This is where you get any ID in the game for free. Oh my. Oh, but it seems whatever's in the Walpurgis Knight, I can't get that one. Basically the thread you get for getting dupes. Becomes character shard. Ah, interesting. Oh, I see, these are all events. Walpurgis is an event that comes every few months. Oh. Interesting. If it's anything like contingency contract in Arknights, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with it. You can turn shards to threads, sign a character with shards. You can an uptie ratio. Interesting. Let's see here. Shard thread exchange. Here we are. Which one is ratios again? Alright, so 400 are the right one to get the 0 ID. Alright, I'll need to keep that in mind. Grid of MDD right and mid left. Mid right and mid left. Oh, I know this one's Sinclair. So let's do this one here. Don Quixote's O. Middle right and middle left. Okay, so this is Ishmael's, Ryoshos. Here we are. You need 100 threads for uptie 3. Ah, so it's going to be a bit before I can do that, unfortunately. Although I do have a decent amount of Ishmaels, so that is promising. I'll have to uptie later then. You can turn their character shards into generic ones. Ah. Unfortunately, I need 100, and even if I convert every single one of these, I won't be able to uptie. I'm not sure it's going to be enough for that. I can do uptie. You know what? Let's go over here. Sinners. I can uptie once. There we are. Identity updated. Here we are. 80, oh my. Yeah, even if I dumped all those, I won't be able to get to 3, but... yeah. I'm not going to worry about min-maxing at the moment, so I need to. Uptime makes her faster and unlocks her support passive. It's all good to know. Equip the new ID. Oh, that's right. Let's go to the egos real quick here then. Let's see, any new egos I need. Oh, where's the identities? I still don't know if this one's better or not. Yeah, this one's level 2, so I might want to keep that one. Oh no, these are all level. Okay. versus, oh no. Yeah, it's still blue and green. What's this? I only just got started, Tazemi. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest, the battle system I feel is a bit to wrap my head around, but then again, I guess it'll probably make sense in a bit once I start getting my hands on it. I've only done the first few tutorial fights, so I'm still learning as I go along. I was mostly just dealing with some of the upgrades here. Egos are color yellow with a bit of red extracted. Egos are golden, that means there are only 0 IDs. Here's a case of new gotchas. How's the feel? I do love the art style in the general sense, and it has a pretty strong introduction, so I will say that. Also, to my understanding, this is the same universe as Lobotomy Corporation and Library of Ruina, if you're familiar with either of those. I'm assuming that's going to be better than his default, even if it's not meta. Oh, well, hope you enjoy your stay. Oh, don't worry, I play FGO. I've been in hell for quite a while. Had a pretty strong start though. Our character's head got replaced with a mysterious clock. Some allies tried to save us but got their asses kicked. And we have the ability to revive them by returning back time to some degree. Very interesting premise. And like a usual friend group that has learned that they are functionally immortal, they immediately started killing each other and I had to fix them like a bunch of children. Branch of knowledge. Oh, hey, green. I wouldn't call combat super deep, it's more of a story game. Yeah, the thing about this game is rather than using the gacha to pull new characters, you pull alternate universe versions of the existing characters to power them up. And that is kind of neat. It does mean they can focus on this new stuff. Even Arknights sometimes suffers from having to split itself among so many characters just because they have to have a new gacha one to sell everyone at all times. Let's see here. Ooh, a gluttony one. I'll have to keep that in mind. Skill. Luckily, I'm still pretty early on, so Announcer Dante. 2 or more, the dialogue play will be randomly chosen. Magical girl, queen of hatred. Oh well. Once Enfield's gone, I'm probably gonna have to invest even more time in the gacha sphere. I'm kind of back and forth on Enfield, honestly, but hopefully if they can keep the writing on par with what the new chapter in Arknights had, then, well, that was absolutely awesome. I loved it. So if they can keep that quality, I'll definitely take a look. But otherwise, it's something like, what, 2,000 years separated from one another, so you can I'm definitely gonna wait and see how that goes. Alright, let's drive Inferno Chapter 1. Alright. Oh, nice. Right, got some lunacy for doing this story, of course. The story in the beginning will probably be weak. Most likely, even Arknights took until around, what, Chapter 6 before it finally knew where it was going? But it's been pretty consistently good after that. I guess the Victoria arc did suffer from splitting its attention between so many different factions, but Chapter 15 is time to meet Texas. Oh, dang.
마침내 현장
We'll
투입이.
change this a little. To battle. Recommend average level, recommended 2. But currently his deploy is lower. Are you encounter anyway? How bad could it possibly be? Chapter freedom is fire, especially if you read everything regarding Doctor. Oh yeah, I did. I even streamed it a bit ago, so 1, 2 are the weakest points, so it gets better. Makes sense, yeah. So risk or any weakness in the early chapters, I'm not going to hold against it too much. Hey, that's enough of that. We're expecting guests any time now. Virgilus said, poking his head out the window.
처음으로 가는
I've determined we'll need a guide as our first
빌자드가
trip to a
필요할 것 같아서
dungeon.
혹시
Excuse me, are
림버스
the people,
컴퍼니에서
you the
오신
people from
분들 맞나요?
Limbus Company? A grade 8 fixer. Someone approaches us slowly.
만나보네요.
Looks like the bus had just about finished its meal, crunching the last remaining bone chips. Yuri watched it indifferently before
예전
choosing.
엘사에서
I'm
근무했던
Yuri, a
유리예요.
former employee of
잘
the previous
부탁합니다.
lobotomy corp. I look forward to meeting. What? By L Corp, you mean has to be Lobotomy Corporation. That's right. We'll
우리는
explore the former
로보토미
branch
코퍼레이션.
facilities, also called the old L Corp.
저라면 불러도 절대
If
안
I were
왔을
you,
것
I wouldn't have taken
같은데.
part in this.
추락한
Being a fallen
날개라니.
wing and everything, I doubt your
분명
employment ended
끝이
on
좋지 않았을
pleasant
텐데.
terms.
무슨 소리야?
What do you want about? At any point in your life, you can be pleasant as
돈만
long as you've got
함께라면.
money to spend.
거기는 아직도 괴물로 득실된다는 소문이 있던데.
I don't know if you can. Yeah, if you can change the language, I did not look into that. I probably should have. I heard those places are still teeming with monsters this day. Yeah, and there's no option to change it there. Oh, yours is designed. That's an interesting design. That's interesting. That's a shame, but I do get it. I have mentioned before that voice acting is very, very expensive, so I don't blame some games that prefer to keep the home language or just don't use it voiced completely. It is nice when they do, though. I heard those places are still teeming with monsters this
괴물이
day.
아니라
Not
환상체요.
monsters, abnormalities.
어쨌든
The rumors are
사실이에요.
true either way, but there are more important
하지만 더
matters.
중요한 것들이
Oh yeah,
있죠.
and if you like me, Tazemi, you've heard that Faust is constantly compared to Calcit. Yes, she is basically Calcit. More important
지구 가장
matters. In the
깊숙한
deepest reaches
곳에
of these branches are
최근에 피어나기
neoplastic
시작한
plant-like growths holding the
엘사의
essence
기술의
of L
핵심
Corp's
단-
technology. Dante,
며칠
remember I
전에
believe
내가
I
제안했던
offered to
걸
let you finish engraving
기억합니까?
your aspect a few days ago?
정수.
With the essence,
황금가지를
these golden bows in our
모아온다면
hands,
그
it'll be easy as
정도로.
pie. The word aspect still makes my head ache. What was I trying to do?
억지로 떠올리려고 할
There's no
필요는
need to rouse your
없습니다.
brain trying to remember what you can't. It'll all come
그때가
back in due
되면.
time. I returned a slow nod to Faust's placid advice. Alright, for now I should focus on what exactly I know and see. And if it's Lobotomy Corp or Scowling. Yeah, I saw a video regarding the collab and they went over similarities. Well, since I like Calcid, there's no doubt I'm gonna like Faust as well. And if it's Lobotomy Corp or Scouring, we might find some Equivalent too. Oh, does that mean we'll have to feed people to our vehicle?
거기다가
We could also grab
운이
some ego if we're
좋으면
lucky.
에고까지 얻을
So that's
테니.
3 rats with 1 stone. Ego, that's another unknown term that makes my head tilt. But in any case, it seemed rather rude to keep talking to each other when we have a guest on board. And so,
유리
someone
씨는
else seemed to agree.
무슨 일
So,
하며
Miss
지냈나?
Yuri, what have you been to since the layoff? Gregor gave his best shot at making some conversation with a well-meaning smile to put the newest passenger at ease. His brow seems like a twitch due to lack of practice, but it's no
내가
big deal.
보아하니
It appears to me
그들은
thou art an
해결사일 것
honorable
같소.
fixer. It is said that all fixers
그들에게서는
exude the
모두
noblest sense of
고결한 영웅의 냄새가
heroes.
난다고 하더군.
The Scotty ego will be free as it'll be an event reward. Ah, nice. So the 3 egos will have to be gambled for. Yeah, that's why I'm gonna be saving as much of my gambling currency as I can. It appears to me there's Infinity, welcome. I swear, I wonder if even you'd like some of the. As Yuri was nodding lightly, I heard Ishmael left out a deep sigh. I don't know who
어디서
gave you
그런
that
소식을
idea, but
들었는지
fixers are anything but noble or
모르겠지만
heroic. The only scent you
해결사는
smell
그런
is the
영웅들이
miserable
아니에요.
stink of wage slaves.
금세 다른 밥벌이를
It
찾는
couldn't
게
have been easy to
쉽진
find another
않았을
job so
텐데
soon.
용케
Glad you're holding
해냈군.
up.
아직은
For now.
계약직이에요.
Yeah, I definitely see what you mean about her design being inspired by Texas, because she really does I mean, the colors are all different, but the design similarities are definitely there. Has to be bought? Well, that's a bit annoying. For now, I'm just a contract
아하,
worker.
굳이 다시
makes me
이곳으로
good side to
기어들
call back
예전
here.
직장으로
Do they
돌아가서
promise to promote you
크게
to lead or something
한탕이라도
if you struck
치면
gold with your former workplace?
실적을
My
세우면
contracts might get extended if I
계약-
return with results.
그렇지.
Right, a good
보통
result is something
계약직
to risk your
시절은
life for if you want to
실적한의
earn a permanent
목숨을 걸어야 할
spot.
테니.
그거
Ha,
참
what a feud like that
부질없는
is.
목숨이
Hey, what's the sarcasm? Something a problem?
글쎄요.
I don't know. I have a problem with every single thing I'm hearing right
끝까지.
now. Seemingly unaffected by the abrasive attitude, Yuri quickly took an empty seat. Looking back and forth, Gregor returned to his seat as well, scratching his head. I can't seem to get used to being around these
빨리
people,
배워두는 편이
it
편할
would be
겁니다,
beneficial for you to
단테.
adapt to them sooner rather than later, Dante.
출발하지.
Time to go. Our
손님께서
guest has taken
자리에
a seat. Memphis tum revive. Karen's raring to drive. Alright, you too, Tezemi. No, I'll see you around. Round 1. I'll stream it. Do you know who the other egos are? Not a clue. This is the first time I've ever been playing this game, not counting when I did the tutorial before starting. Here we are.
눈에 새겨주마.
Rupture.
깔끔하게 물었군.
Rolling, would you? Let me take a look at the passives that I have in here. Dimensional Demon Edge. Upon defeating an enemy, 2 charge counts, 3 times per turn. Righteous Retributions. 1 clash. I guess I need orange, but it looks like I've got a couple orange here. I can get those. Calcid Faust. Oh, of course, they made the most fitting one possible. Ling Hongyu, Mianar Gregor. Huh. A Sui and Uncle. Interesting. Alright. There we go, that should be good.
출진이다.
반항하지 마.
승리했어.
Granted, if Gregor has Mianar's power, that's going to be very interesting, since Mianar basically, he just passively increases stats. He doesn't attack or block enemies like most. He just kind of waits there until his stats are ready, at which point you unleash hell and he obliterates everything for like 10 seconds, and then he goes back to it. He basically only exists for short bursts of time, but he solves every single problem you could possibly run into within that time. Overwhelmed. Here we are.
자,
잘
생각해보라고.
Sky's sinking, Mianar's burn and tremor.
이걸로 이번 주군과 결별을
This looks like I'll be
하지
saying goodbye
않았나.
to this lord soon. Made sure
마지막까지
you got
알뜰히
bang for his buck,
사용하신 것
though.
같으니 미련은 없겠다마는.
Map. New. Base factors. Ego. Branch knowledge. Also, yes, once you activate his ego, he'll get a stats that slowly charge. The more turns you wait, the stronger he gets the second time. Makes sense. If it's strong enough to be worth it, then yeah, that's pretty much what Mianar does. He's called Uncle in Arknights because he's the uncle of one of the main story characters, so when he came out and was that strong, he became a fan favorite.
내가 나설 차례인가? 저 근데
I'm sorry to
지도는
ask, but
제게
if I have a
있는데요.
map,
길은
if I have
어떻게
the
알고
map,
가는
how do you know what
건가요?
roads take? Answerless, the bus keeps
그건
speeding on
말이지.
anyway. We do have something to lead us. Intuition.
카르네가.
Karen's intuition.
네? 분홍머리.
What?
카르네를
Pinky
이상한
hair.
종이로
Explain why
막는
you keep
이유가
rubbing that
뭐야?
odd paper in Karen's face. Because you keep
계속
going
이상한
weird
방향으로
directions.
가니까
Look,
그렇죠.
our
이
destination's
지도를
southeast of here. She reluctantly gives the map a cursory glance as she couldn't ignore the thing right in front of her eyes.
마음이 향하는
Follow
곳.
the heart.
그곳에
That's where the
진짜
true
길이
path
벌써
lies. Here,
우리는
let's all
모두
follow where our hearts
마음이
lead.
향한 지도 보는
Gremlin.
법도 모르는 길치라는
Indeed.
거잖아요.
You're just admitting you can't read a map.
제가
Took
하고
the words
싶은
right out of my
말은
mouth. Yuri and Ishmael put palm over their respective faces. It's almost like they were in sync.
우리 기사님
Map holds no power with
친구라도
Charon because
생겼나 봐.
Charon can't read. This guy's just Gabbard, Agro too. Yeah, when he's not attacking, Mianar does have a taunt effect. It can be useful to prevent enemies with range attacks from going after your squishier allies, though. Especially since being a especially since being a melee character, he's got pretty good bulk. Oh, our new driver, make a new friend. He keeps blabbing, I know the way. No, I mean you're going in the wrong direction. Look ahead, more obstacles. Do I have room?
카론,
No, Carol. One Okay, nice bus. Why don't you give me a ride?
메피스토펠레스의 후식 시간이
Well, I guess
모양이군.
Mephistopheles could use a dessert.
내리지.
Get down. It needs to be
아직
fed
밥을
just
더
a
먹-
bit more. Yeah, it gives him protection as well. Ah, nice. Here.
부서질 테다.
Great work there. Keep it rolling, will you? How you still feeling better than usual? Let us ride this momentum. We just passed winner and Lotto select decent options for fodder fights. Probably a good idea. There we go. Now everything has res.
눈에 새겨주지.
깔끔하게 몰았군.
Government Clear and Canto. Down bad first.
깔끔하게 몰았군.
Yeah, I did the tutorial banner and the start beginner banner to see what I get. I'm gonna be saving most of it though, since as the title supplies, I'm gonna be saving for the Arknights collab.
아, 이걸로 이번 주군과 결별할 날도 머지 않았나?
Excellent.
마지막까지 알뜰히 사용하시는 것 같으니 미련은
The
없겠다.
trio. Worst Heisho, but still a good unit, because all the Heisho are rad. Gregor's one of the worst ones, unfortunately. 12, eh? Let's see, do I have any heroes here? Pulled Blade. Let's see here. Attack weight, on charge, count, deal additional damage. On hit, gain additional charge. Yeah. Let's see here. Is this you? Gain aggro in the skill slot next turn. Heals 5 SP on self. You have no egos that aren't base egos. Yeah, that makes sense.
정리
Alright, let's
시간.
go with this team then. Corroded sinners will lash out into
카론.
Be
이쪽이
Now,
동쪽일까요?
Carol, tell me, is this
서쪽
east or west?
하루는 두 가지
Carol only
방향만
knows
알아.
two directions. Mephis
메피의
front and back.
앞쪽과 지금까지 방향도
How'd you come
모르는
so far as a
사람이
driver with
어떻게
zero sense of
운전기사를
direction?
카론,
Go on.
그러니까요.
Like the sun rises from. Had the driver's seat, three heads gathered together over a map. Well, one of them might have been slightly different elevation from the others.
꼬맹이.
Chiquita, aren't you
너도
going to join them too?
무례한 소리.
I beg your pardon, I'm no
어린이가
child, and
아니라네.
most certainly not little. Watching Don Quixote shake her fist high, her sky high at Rodya, I notice a bitter gaze falling upon them from the corner of my view. I'm starting to think that Yuri gal might have put up with a rough childhood. Gregor turned around to take a glance, then shook his head and went back to looking at the driver's side with his chin resting on his
딱히
head.
어린 편도 아니야.
Wouldn't be on the
일단
youngest side
칼을 쥘 수
either.
있으면
So
전쟁에
Ness used to
참전부터 시키는
conscript anyone
동지도
old enough to
있었으니.
hold a knife. And Ness is basically the center of a district, if my memory is correct. I do appreciate world-building recaps like this, since I imagine it's obvious to anyone who played Lobotomy Corp or something, but I haven't, so... Sounds like Ness used to get into wars with one another in the past. Did that happen
아주
often?
없는 일은 아니었지.
Not frequently, but it sure as hell did happen. Okay, so when it was rare, but when it happened, it was a big deal when it did. Good to know.
관리자 양반.
Interested in learning about
전쟁에
wars,
대해
Manager Bud? Oh, I'm not really curious about the details. I'm gathering info that I should know as the manager here. As I was about to go on, a glimpse of Gregor's expression I caught from the side stopped me in my tracks. His eyes seemed fixed somewhere more distant in the
그런
driver's seat.
자세를 뭐라고 하고
Don't get
싶은
me
건
wrong,
아니야,
Manager
관리자.
Bud. I'm not trying to criticize you or anything.
오히려 좋은
Heck, it's
자세
actually a
아닐까.
pretty stand-up attitude for a boss, I'd say. He slowly continued, taking a pack of cigarettes from his
그래도
pocket. Still, ignorance is a
모를
gift you
수
should
있을 때
savor while you
모르는 게
have it. If
기회일지
you
모른다고
ask me,
생각해.
I'd yap about the lore, but we learn about this in Canto. Hopefully, yeah. I just need to get the basics down. Once I get the basics down, it'll be a lot easier to get a lot invested. Better learn things over time, be force-fed it, yeah. It's like Arknights, you gotta read. Yeah, though with Arknights it does take until chapter 6 or so before it really starts getting good. Although, I do think it continues well after that. Yeah, I'm fine with the early chapters being mostly setting things up.
일단 알게 되면
Once you're burdened with knowledge, there's no going back. Well, unless they replace my head with something else this time. What'll it be? I've already got a clock head, so what'll it be next time? Him a wine glass. With another word he likes to say.
아니요.
No, you should turn right at the intersection.
괜찮아요,
It's
카론.
okay, Chiron. We can
조금만
turn
더
around
가서
next to Chicken. Ah, the woes of a
기사에서.
driver. Well, looks like we have
지금
more
더
pressing
급한
matters
건-
at hand. Ain't that right, Mr. Bud? I have to admit, personally, Captain was decent. 2 is a genuine weak point. It just takes off from there. That makes sense. Yeah. Arknights was famous for being a bit too wordy early on without actually saying much. But they do learn from that problem, and it gets a little bit more focused later. I was still curious to learn what he'd been through, but he's right that I should focus on other things for now. Yeah, I'm sure in time we'll be learning everyone's backstory. An urgent matter showed up right before our bus-shaped doorstep too.
옥신각신은 그쯤 해라.
Oh, I think I've got some dog
전방에
aggro
다시
right now.
적이다.
I'll be right back, sorry. Alrighty, we're back. Sorry about that. Hopefully, wasn't too much in there. Let's see here. Enough squabbling. Showed my pals in that bus. You sick bastards. Are you nuts? You know, I guess I can't blame this guy for being pissed if he just saw his friends get quite literally devoured by the bus. We'll pay for this. We're just gonna leave this bus. We were just gonna leave with the bus, but now we're gonna still bleed. For fuel is making a fuss. Karen would get dizzy if many mouths are being noisy. Nothing to worry about. They'll shut their mouths soon
이제부터
enough.
조용히 전원.
Off the bus. Maybe should have just ran. My clock isn't a magic cure-all for your problems. Don't go in willy-nilly, got it?
차 부숴줄 테다.
생각대로
난 예상 못했나 봐.
Stagger. Do again what you just did. You got another crushing blow.
자, 어느 쪽인지
I
잘
assume by the end I'll need to start
장부에서 샀지.
synergizing my attacks so that most, if not all of them, are going to be the same element. It's okay, just press win right now, not like you'll know what the skills do or anything.
저 부숴줄 테다.
Yeah, can't wait to streamer to read what the skills actually do.
깔끔하게 물었군.
벌써 끝나간군.
Yeah, I know some of these are. They don't really introduce to me the dodge and all. To counter and block. Well, I do know some of these. Let's see here. Dimensional Demon Edge. Righteous Retribution.
해보기는 할게요.
Most brain power you'll need to take out Canto is skill to murder, enemy die, explode in a fine red mist. Library ruin a bab levels of reading.
자, 다시 지도를 보자고요.
Oh, don't worry, I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! I am well aware of stuff that has so much text, it's hard to parse.
카론, 딴청 피우면 안
Please focus.
된다니까요.
The game's combat's very unique and takes a second to wrap your head around, but you won't really need to learn too much further in. Looking at the trio arguing, a question arose. By the way, this bus was specifically made for Limbus Company,
정확히는
correct? It was made
저희들만을
exclusively
위한
for
버스라고
us, to be
해야겠네요.
precise. Isn't that basically what I
그게
said?
그 뜻 아니냐고
You appear to be failing
생각하고
to
계신 것
identify
같네요.
the nuance. Let me take a look here. Oh, I see. It was made for the people in here, not the Limbus Company itself. That's weird. I don't think I spoke that part aloud. Is the clock broken
그
or something?
정도는
I can tell
째깍이지
that much
않아도
without
알 수
it being
있어.
verbalized. There's nothing that
모르는
Faust
것이
doesn't know
없으니까.
after all. Anyway, it must have taken a long while to get out of the oven, especially with that mouth on the side.
예상한 만큼 걸려서
It only
만들었을
took the
뿐이에요.
expected amount of time. Yeah, that's like Valve time saying, oh, it takes as much. It's just we expected. Team Fortress 2 announced like 9 years before its actual release. She's downright oppressive to talk
파우스트는
to.
천재예요.
Faust is a well-renowned
도시의
genius.
모든 것을
She
알고
knows the
있죠.
ins and outs of the
어이.
city. Oi, if you're so
그렇게
smart, why don't you help those
뛰어나시다면
twits
저
at the
앞에 가서 길부터
driver's side to figure out a
찾아주지
way? Can't sleep a wink with their constant
아까부터
bickering.
파우스트는
Faust is
오지랖쟁이가
no meddler.
아니에요.
She'll answer questions but doesn't chime in
묻는
without
것은
being asked first.
대답하지만 묻지도
Happen to know
않은
the
것을
literary sources
말하지는
that all the
않아요.
characters are from? Pretty much all of them, yeah. Not exactly all of them, like,
그리고
there's no greater joy for a
인간이
human than
무언가를
being to
깨닫기
ponder
위해
problems
골똘한
in order to
고민을
grasp
하는
an
것.
answer. Faust would not
가장
spoil that
제일
delight.
골똘히 고민을
He wouldn't get it.
해봤어야
I just
공감을
pondered
하죠.
anything ever. I saw Heathcliff's grip on the Bat Titan. However, with Virgilus casting a glare, he clicked his tongue and crossed his arms, forced his eyes shut. I wonder why they're so vitrolic. You and me both,
나랑
manager,
마음께
bud.
맞는 것 같네, 관리자 양반.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm aware of a lot of these, like Don Quixote, Faust. Oh, Steven. Let's see here. Manager, bud. With Gregor Snickers, but starting again. Heathcliff, I know of. Gregor actually is a name I've actual people have, but I think I have a few ideas what he might be from. Let's see, combat tips. Here we are.
이걸로 이번 죽음과 결별을
Manager
내고
level
먹지
up.
않았나? 마지막까지 알뜰히 사용하시는 것 같으니
Let me look at this group here. I've got to read a full Hell Scream or Ryushu's Canto. Yeah, Ryoshu unfortunately doesn't come to mind. Ryoshu, yeah. She's given I'm told this one's pretty good though, she'll probably be my main fighter for a while. You're getting energy refreshes when you level up. It's a good idea to convert some of them into boxes by clicking the green energy bar. Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. I did not know you could store these. Alright, that's good. This way I don't have to worry about too much at once. Basically use modules for the optional stuff. Pests. To begin the encounter with currently deployed
목표인가요?
I guess I'll just go with the current one.
그래, 혹시 저
Greg, you
치들과
know these
아는
pals? Give me a break. There's no way to know someone in the corner of back streets. His face goes dark the moment he looks out the window. Bugheads? Unlike the other miscreants we've run into, they were part insectoid. Dante, thank goodness your head's shaped like a clock. I'm gagged by my manager was a big bug. Isn't that the same type of argumentation you have, Gregor?
징그러운 벌레
They stitch
대가리를
disgusting
일부러
insects
붙여놓는다고?
heads on their necks on
가까이
purpose?
붙지 마.
You
너한테도
better
해줄
stay
게
away.
없는다.
You wouldn't want to catch the pest, eh? Is that true?
정말이에요?
장난이야.
Sinclair, I recognize the name of as well.
이상한 건가?
Just a joke. Does my sense of humor not fly with your age? While Gregor was left scratching his head, the bus made a languishing sound and came at a slow
과거
calling call.
지사에서는
In the
대부분의
past,
직원들이
G-Corp had procedures on most
씨처럼
employees to give them
생체무기 시술을
biomimic
받았어요.
weapons like the one Gregor
그레고르
has.
씨,
You used to work for
예전
G-Corp, Gregor?
G사 출신.
That company must have been... Ishmael frowned as she remembered something unpleasant but didn't speak further. But his hardened eyes were resulting downcast just a moment
저런
ago.
분들은
I wonder,
평소엔
where do
어디서
people like them
주무시는
sleep at
건가요?
night?
세상에는
Many
하늘을
the stars
천장
roof over
삼고
their head and the
별을
stars are their
조명
firelight.
아, 풍류가
So
있는
the poetic
분들이로군요.
sort. Yeah, Hong Lu is also one I'm not familiar with. That said, it wouldn't be too hard to look all these up off stream or so. I'm sure there's something. Pretty sure there's a list of everyone, the origins of the Limbus Company crew. Although I guess some like Dante and Virgilus are pretty obvious. I don't think that's what he meant.
보아하니
Analyst minds
저들
deceive me.
역시
They're intent on
우리의
obstructing our
여정을 하지
journey.
않겠어.
Aren't you getting to get off,
굳이
Gregor?
날 집어서
Care to
말하는
explain why you're
이유는?
calling my name specifically?
글쎄,
Who knows? I don't feel like rambling
남의
about someone's
추억을
past
내
my own
입으로
tongue.
너 앞장서 그래
Take the
보라.
lead, Gregor. You know the
고약한
reason.
사람이네.
You're one nasty fellow. Dreaming of the Red Chamber. A group of soldiers with heads of insects gather near you.
어디
But I'm not too
앞장서는
fond of
거.
being the vanguard.
뭐야?
What are you?
왜 우리랑
Why does
같은
your
팔을
arm look
가지고
like
있지?
ours?
가만.
Hold on, I've seen
낯익은
that face
얼굴인데.
before.
주로 포스터나
Also
잡지에
on flyers and
서식했던 적이
magazines,
있지.
I'd bet. Gregor, do you know them from somewhere? Not
그런
important
게
right now,
중요한 건
manager.
아닌 것
Don't think we have time for
같은데요.
reminiscing.
신경 쓰이긴
That arm's
하지만
bothersome.
아무렴
Whatever.
어때?
Point is, I can't let you
어쨌든.
through. I suppose so.
그런데 이것들은
suppose
왜
we can't talk
대놓고
this out.
벌레 모습인 채로
Why are they showing
다니는
their
거야?
buggy sides out in the open anyways?
어린애들은
They make kids
마주치면
cry.
눈물부터 터뜨리겠어.
Really ought to take some concealing lessons from our Greco
피하던
there,
내가
right?
특이한
I'm a
케이스야.
special case. The
대부분은
procedure makes those
머리통이
buggy
무조건
parts
곤충
grow
부분에
on the head
붙어버리거든.
most of the time.
이걸
Although I'm not sure if I consider
운이
myself
좋았다고
lucky.
해야지.
이유는
It feels like
모르겠지만
they're
저
trying to
사람들
stop us from getting to a branch
우리가
of the
로봇으로
facility for some
집으로
reason.
향해 이들도 황금 가지를
Are they after the
노리는 거야?
golden bow too?
그날 그
Maybe
정수를
so.
원하는
There ought to be
자는
many that are after that
너였으니까
particular
각각이
essence.
바라는
And I'm
소망도
sure each has their own
다양할 테고.
wishes. Isn't that true?
그렇죠. 왜 날 쳐다봐.
What's that look for?
내가
I've got a
알리가
clue either. Learn how to use ego. Each are a sinner's unique skills that can be used regardless of identity that they are wearing. Let's press and hold the portrait. Every ego currently equipped by Sinner Heathcliff are now visible here. Using an ego consumes resources in SP. The amount consumed is listed at the top of the corner. Body sack and heads hit gain addition. It seems we don't have enough resources to use this skill. Each ego requires a certain amount of ego resources to activate. Here you can view the number of ego resources and their affinities. It seems we do not have enough lust and envy. To view your current resources here, the names of each affinity may be unfamiliar. We can check which is by selecting detailed info window. Required resources obtained by using skills. Example, envy will grant an envy resource. As luck would have it, we have a way to get them here.
먼저 간다.
LDR use radio attack ability. Alright, so egos are basically a kind of limit break move. Press the win rate to choose based on bet on clash win rate. As you can see, the enemy is about to launch a powerful attack against Heathcliff, and it's unlikely he will win this clash. When a unit is about to clash with a difficult enemy, you can use an ego to turn around. Their high power makes them especially effective. If there are any usable egos, it'll indicate the shape here. Press and hold again. Double tap to select it again. It'll automatically be equipped to the respective sinner. Equipping a different ego in the same slot or depends on equip the current one. Now let's turn the battle around. SP costs consume the moment it begins its attack. Be warned, letting a sinner's SP drop too low may cause them to panic or become corroded. Corroded seems to be a berserk mode from what the hint was.
이 안에 담아주지.
아직 안 끝났어.
Raising an ego's thread spinning tier unlocks its passive. Once the turn in which the ego skill is used and ends, the skill's unique ego passive will activate. You can view this in the Sinner's detailed menu. Passives. Here we are. When another ally defeats an enemy, gain an attack and haste at the beginning of the next turn. Alright, so that's active. If now that he used it.
먼저 간다.
Odd little thing about corrosion, it can't happen with the base egos. Then it breaks when bomb masters. I'm not big damage, it goes. Well, it's not active because it's level 1, but it'll auto upgrade later. Oh, interesting.
출진이다! 다음은 침묵을 안겨드리죠.
Staggered, overwhelmed.
먼저 간다.
아름답 생각대로 되었어.
TLDR, when you get a new ID or ego, they get their passives at up high too. Good to know. Unsure if the tutorial mentioned that an ego can change sin weaknesses too, so be careful with that. Tutorial didn't mention that, so I'll have to keep an eye.
깔끔한 전투였어요.
It was a
적의
smooth
모든
battle. I was able to see
급수를
through all the
파악했거든요.
enemy's weaknesses. What's this? Use to purchase various rewards in exchange. I guess that's the event currency. Limbus is very confusing, don't worry too much about it. Yeah, it does feel a bit complicated. Ooh, might as well get the lunacy while I'm here. Never hurts to have more. Base ego's the default sin resistance, so it didn't change anything, that's why I didn't mention it. That's also probably why the game didn't mention it, because it does, the base one doesn't change it. We'll learn about ego overclocking in this encounter. For this purpose, you'll be granted temporary access to Sinner or Ryosho's ego. Let's try equipping this ego. So look at the top part of the card. Ego tab. Select it. View all the equipped egos here. Let's turn. View the ego requirement here and the amount of resource your units, your team can generate here. Let's begin the encounter.
이오티스 참전합니다.
도착했다.
We're here.
역시
Karen,
카로는
the way
길을
all
알았던
along.
거야. 역시는 무슨 역시예요. 저랑 싱클레어 씨가 양쪽에서 얼마나 고생했는데.
This is the only way to level with a trial ego. Interesting. Only level with a trial ego. Huh. No, you didn't. Sinclair and I had to steer you from both sides
그래도
non-stop.
이제
I'm glad you at least
동남쪽과
learned the
동북쪽을
difference between
구분할 수
southeast
있어서
and northeast,
다행이에요.
Karen. So this is the old L
저도
Corp.
직접 보는
This is
건
my first time seeing it
처음이네요.
with my own eyes as well.
그 일이
It can't
있고
have been
나서
long since
시간이 오래
that
지나진 않았을
happened.
텐데요.
세상에
My goodness, how could the building be
어떻게
in such a
건물이 이
decrepit
모양이지?
state? Ha, this is surprisingly
부잣집
seen for a
도련님을
rich
전에
boy, isn't it?
잡다면 그만.
Cut the chatter. Let us step
하차한다.
off. Huh, there's people over
유리
there.
씨와 같은
They're
사무소의
fixers from the same office as
해결사분들이에요.
Miss Yuri.
L사지부에
They're
이미
experienced
몇 번이나
explorers who
방문한
visited
적이
the
있는
branches of L Corp a number
경험자들이죠.
of times.
인사하지. 왼쪽에 있는 분은 홉킨스
thanks.
씨. 그리고
Give
오른쪽에
your
계시는
greetings. The
분이
person who left is
아야시다.
Hopkins. The one on the right is Aya. Greetings.
붉은 수선님
The Red Gaze. It's
직접
such an
만나뵐 수
honor to
있어서
meet you. I've heard so many stories of
정말
your deeds. See you in person.
저 앞에 허름한
Yeah, see
창고
the shabby warehouse
보이지?
over there? That's where the
안쪽에
stairs leading down the branch
지하로
facility
내려간
are.
계단부터는
From there,
여기.
Yuri here will be your guide.
여기 해결사
These fixers
분들도
have been around a bit. Count on them to handle
경력직이니 이만하면
complications. That should be
되었겠지.
enough, yeah? This is as far as I can
동행은
accompany you. I'll be waiting back at the bus. Wait, what?
언제까지 곧
You're sorely
뒷바라지를
mistaken if you
해주고
expect me to
있을 거라
babysit you forever,
생각했다면
Dante.
큰
You're going to have to
오산입니다.
rescue Beatrice on your own.
혼자서 발 뻗고
So you'll
쉬고
take a back
있겠다는
seat and
건가?
idle all the way low?
애당초 내가
If I get myself
동행하면
involved, the expedition will be a little too
너희들은
free a
관광하러
challenge, wouldn't
내려가는구나.
it? It'd turn out into more of a
달을
tour.
한마디로 실컷
In other words, you want us to come back red, black, and blue.
보통 저렇게
That's the
말하면
kind of line
항상
people
다른
with
꿍꿍이가
ulterior
있던데.
motives say.
편한 대로 생각해.
Whatever you want.
특별히
I've gotten you guides
가이드분까지
and everything, so do
붙여줬으니
your best down there.
잘
Yes, certainly won't
해내보겠습니다.
disappoint you,
붉은
Mr.
시선이.
Red Gaze.
최선을
I'll try my
다해보긴
best, I
할게요.
think. In this counter, we'll learn more about advanced usage of egos. Sin or Ryushu will have a higher SP value for demonstration purposes. Every ego, except for base one, can be overclocked. Let's first try using our new acquired ego awakening skill. Chance to corrode 0. It takes 20 sanity to use. You can change the resistances by using their ego. Check the sin affinities to adjust resistances and gain an advantage. Okay, so yeah, this is what that was mentioning. Here we are.
먼저 간다.
이 불
This
또한
flame is too
예술의 화물경.
ecstasy here.
순조로운 전략이 제가 해낸 거 맞죠?
Let's use that ego skill again. Warning, ego skills have a chance to corrode at lower SP values, and it causes them to use a corrosion, which attacks allies and enemies completely indiscriminately. You can view the corrosion chance here. Dominating.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지. 이 불 또한 예술의 황홀경이지.
Reaching 945 SP will guarantee that the sinner enters a corrosion state. An ego corrosion state, the sinner will indiscriminately attack allies and enemies. Oh dear. This is not gonna go well, is it?
해보겠습니다. 모든 것을
Warning, the
태우는
all-consuming fire.
모든 것을
The
태우는 것.
all-consuming fire. Can you go insane real quick for demonstration purposes, of course? Yeah, that wouldn't even feel out of place at this point. Sinner will recover on the next turn. Their SP will be reset to 0. Let's try the Evo overclock this time. Press and hold the portrait. Press and hold it to overclock. Using it forces the sinner to use the corrosion skill of the ego. If you use enough resources to use the overclock, if you have enough resources to use the overclock, it activates as a stable overclock. If not, it'll use unstable. Stable. Activating it consumes 1.5 times the resources compared to non-overload, but it does not target allies. Warning, even stable can corrode if their SP value is low. Unstable. Activating without enough resources will cause unstable instead, so it'll hit both allies and enemies indiscriminately. Any insufficient ego will go into the negative.
좋은 전략이네요. 가보죠. 가라앉는군요.
아름답진 않네.
Overclock.
모든 것을 태우는 것. 고작 이 정도로 들떠한다면 예술가의 자격은 없는 거지.
Manager level increased. Grade 8 fixers. The reason why they gave you specifically that ego was because 4th match Flame Ryushi was the highest highlight ego of Season 1. Current release. Okay, so they wanted to basically show off the strongest one that was available at the time. Makes sense. Let's learn how to view the detailed information of equipped identities in ego. Press and hold Shinryan Singh's portrait. Here you can view the selected detail and upgrade them. Select the tab here to view the detail information. Level up the selected identity. Use this one to up-tie the selected identity. Yeah, up-tie seems to basically be like Ascension in FGO or Elite ranks in Arknights. So I definitely need to get the up-ties as soon as I can. Identities get stronger. Please verify that they're prior to the counter. Now let's see detailed for the ego as well. You can view the ego's detailed information here. Not specifically, up-tie is separate from levels. Was added a few months ago. Oh, really? Huh. Well, it's definitely nice to have, that's for sure. Since it does seem like there's a decent amount of nuance to their ultimates, for lack of a better term. Yeah, I didn't get a lot. It would be nice. Previous tutorial was horrible. Onboarding is one a lot of games struggle with. Let me guess, it was a lot of the old tutorial was a bunch of info dumps. Select the tab here to view information of the ego. These are the resources required to use the ego skill. The amount of space spent in the ego is here. And when using it, the center's affinity resources will be changed as follows. Use this thread spin, upgrade the ego. Ego skills by upgrade ego skills by thread spinning. It is recommended you thread spin them. Please note the base to ego's thread spinning tiers will be raised automatically as you progress the story. Okay, so if all else fails, the story ones automatically level up. That's kind of interesting. Please review the info for more information. Up ties upon clearing Canto 1. Payback with interest. On use, gains 2 aggro with a skill slot. Is it you? Alright, seems like he's got a lot of bleed on this one. He basically says no to enemy numbers, so you can in fact beat the entire story as of right now with nothing but the base IDs and egos. Ah, that's neat.
하나씩 차근차근 그어서 되갚아보죠.
단테,
Dante, a
잠깐
moment with me, if you please. While the team was busy exchanging greetings, Virgilus has called me to a secluded
미리
place. Let me
말해두자면
tell you in advance, they're only
저들은
grade
발로
8
해결사입니다.
fixers. Grade 8?
서열이
It
낮은
means they're low-rank
심부름꾼이라는
dredges.
뜻입니다.
Errands being their main tasks. On sports, this game tend to hard carry, borrowing IDs from friends. Well, that can happen in other games too, but it's good. It's a nice way to give an additional incentive for whales so they can feel all big for helping new and less skilled players to go through. It's a good strategy. Alright, so when I heard grade 8, I was thinking, okay, do the ranks go up or do they go down? It sounds like they go up, so yeah, 8 would definitely be a lot lower there.
저들을
Use them for your
이용하되
benefits, but do not rely on them. I can't count on them to deal with anything for us, everything for us. In other words, I nod to them knowing
어쩌면 그 버스
I might be
안에서
the only one on the bus I can
제대로
actually
데모
converse with. Well, best of luck, Dante. Virgilus pats my shoulder with a bitter smile before making his way back to the bus. Almost IDs? Oh, congrats then. Wave 1.
끼어들지 마라. 한참 좋을 때다. 내가 눈에 새겨주지.
You can only show for 12. Oh my. Let's see. That should be good enough.
내가 눈에 새겨주지.
깔끔하게 몰았군.
Here we are.
내가 눈에 새겨주지.
좋아. 장소에서 샀지.
깔끔하게 몰았군.
벌써 끝나가는군.
깔끔하게 몰았군.
해보기는 할게요. 안 되면 어쩔 수 없지만요.
벌써 맘.
That charge count really goes up quick. Wow. Guess they're specifically. Oh, that makes sense, yeah.
이걸로 이번 죽은과 결별을 날고 하지 않았나? 마지막까지 알뜰히 사용하시는 것 같으니 이견은 없겠다마는.
오늘따라 별이 박서. 관리자 나리께서도 별이 보여?
Any new announcements? Oh no, that's just more of that. Reward exchange and drive. What's this? Event shop reward exchange. Ah, interesting. Looks like there's a number of things here available. Scroll down, get the thread, and buy threads. There are 80 total. Oh, thread. I see. 27 is all I can get out of here. That's not enough here. I should definitely do more stages because, oops, keep bumping the mic there. You get 5 thread at a time, so 27 times 5. Oh, nice. Oopsie, special cultivation. I imagine that's the last event that's currently going on now. I'm gonna be missing it, but I guess that's fine. Although this does mean I can get uptie again.
실력을 인정했다.
and assign me to proper
사람
field
관리
work,
말고
not
현장
babysitting.
청소 업무에 나를 배치해.
Here we are, uptied up to 3. So, what do you think? I get to visit a museum, an exhibition featuring brand new pieces of art every single day. All that for a bit of physical labor. No, I'm not expecting an answer. I don't think anyone else would care to look at this writing either. Consider this, a complex, unsimplifiable art critique after visiting a gallery. There wasn't anything special that drew me to join this company. I didn't find it very exciting either. When I offered this cleanup agent job, I considered no different from my usual contracts, except I'd be guaranteed a fixed income. I thought, of course, with a corporation this size, a wing at that must have some sort of cleanup here and there. I didn't care what they did, as long as they don't annoy me, so I signed the contract. So imagine my surprise when this train and the people take without giving a second thought every single day turned out to be a gallery of art sculpted with chisels of time. While I was impressed at how well they were hiding this truth from the public, 3 words came to mind: this is it. In hindsight, I was so absorbed in chasing after my own art that I neglected to appreciate the art of others. A shameful realization. Appreciating others' art expands and deepens your understanding the art of creation, regardless of its genre. This is why my most recent work's been plagued with vapidity and regurgitation. And no genuine, vivid imagination comes forth without a touch of reality. It also seems to unlock the story to that particular identity. I saw one that used its soft tissues to conjoin two strange tars, becoming a new door between them. One that wrapped its flesh around the plush side of a seat, embodying a new chair with extra cushioning. One that's an amalgam of many, taking shape of a new organism and lurching on. I wouldn't necessarily classify that as art, or not yet. Okay, so this is basically just a horrible train made of people. It doesn't qualify as performance art. It doesn't qualify even as performance art, as there's no intent to create the art around it. Shambling around without intent is, in the end, insufficient. It's incomplete at best. I butcher them because the company ordered me to make them easier to clean up. To interfere with the process of involuntary art isn't to my liking, no. But that doesn't happen very often. Besides, there are plenty to be gained from the rest. I enjoyed the company issue gear, too. Void, Curse Blade, Refraction, Demon Blade, Art, Dimensional Art Knife. I had many ideas for the name of this blade, but eventually landed on Dimensional Demon Edge. I particularly enjoyed the part where it drained me when I cut down incomplete art without proper preparation. Indeed, dealing with works of art without appropriate mindfulness is itself an act of self-destruction. Ha! I would love to keep doing that kind of work. I would have even foregone sleep to do so. Shit, what are the higher-ups thinking? It's ludicrous making me babysit these rookies. Look at that guy over there, blabbering on and on. Maybe he knows this kind of humdrum work. What an oddity. How does he find this interesting in any capacity when solid gold rolls into the station every day? If he likes BS that much, he might as well do the whole drivel himself. Ha, as if they'd let that happen. Damn it, every moment I'm missing out. Except I realized what DDER stands for in Skill 3. Every idea in the game gets a story when you uptie them. That's how you learn extra stuff about the world. Oh, neat. Oh, I even got a reward for that. I take it I can't uptie it further, then? Oh, I can. It requires different resources, though. In fact, it even requires her stone, specifically. I'll worry about it later. You can go up to uptie 4. Ah. Skill 3. Yeah, this one specializes in getting charge count, charge evade, base power per charge max. Is just the most important. Also universal shards. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Branch D2. Suppress the dungeon boss. Ah, so this is a boss fight. Is that why it has a bit of a different thing there? Enter. Ah, so that's why you asked me to convert those. During the final stretch, you'll be exploring a dungeon, a branch facility with the L-Corp. Designate the identities who will enter the dungeon with you. You can't adjust your team once inside, so choose wisely. Once you're fully prepared, hit the button. Alright, we're definitely gonna bring her. Why does he have new here? Warm up in the east, gain 20% missing HP as a shield. Click instead of hold pressuring. Alright, I should accept the... Where do I go for the friend request thing? Here are friends. Inbox. Oh, my ID's right there. Yeah. I was gonna ask you if you had already opened it. Yeah, I might as well get you on here too. Manager, let's see here. Permission to vroom vroom, we must attach the... shouldn't be doing. I'm a very professional streamer doing this all this off stream instead of sure, why not? Oh, okay. Oh, everyone's on the request list. That's me. The one who wants to be Sinclair. Let's see here. How do I change this artwork to available? Oh, is this for the ones I actually have available? I guess once the Arknight ones comes, I'll do that one. But for now, this will work. Oh, it's even animated. All eyes, all eyes. Yeah, like I said, once the Arknight ones come, I'm definitely gonna be choosing one of those. Talisman fairy wine. Vroom vroom. Big bug guy, clock face. All egos come with their own custom borders. The Arknight ones are in the ego tab. Ah, I see. There's enter done just like support on the right side. Alright, I should see what it's about. I could borrow friends, yeah, but I also want to I thought I was clicking on them and not just holding down. Borrow me. 9 of the breast looking ones. Support on the right side here. Here we are. Level 55. I guess if I pick one of these, I'm gonna get no benefit of rolling through easier content. I think for just the first chapter, I'm gonna use my own just to see how that goes. But yeah, I could roll it pretty easily if I picked that. Huh. I forgot I have this one. You know Sinclair Copen, how is this one? That's one too many Sinclairs. Yeah, I don't know anything about the second one, Dare one. I just have the, that one used to be broken. They actually had to nerf it. Never used the red sheet. Alright, I'll stick to middle little brother then. That got one shot the alleyway guttered. Oh my. I guess it says a lot, because Gratchels do try to avoid nerfing where possible, but if it had to be, it had to be. It made it so that when you use a certain stats effect, it would apply it extra ones. Oh, so that sounds like a very easy one to snowball. Not even used in compost anymore. Where to... Oh, I don't click on... current average load is lower. Oh, just hand her. Okay, so I don't have to select this.
차근차근 그어서 대갚아보죠.
Devs literally had to let back to 0 and refund the resources. Oh dear. We entered the derelict building in the lobotomy corp. As the light goes dim, the dreadful stench from the underground grows stronger. The smell, it's awful. I can feel the waste collecting in my lungs.
쓰레기가 되려
The odor's so intense, it winds back refreshing.
다시 한번 말씀드리지만
Let me warn you one last time. If you die here, Dante won't be able to resuscitate you even when the battle's finished. Resuscitate?
유행하는
Must be a
개그인가
popular
봐.
joke. I can't even tell what kind of stories circulate in the city these days. They seem to have misunderstood us, but seeing as how Foss made no comment, I decided not to add any input. The sources of this rancid smell were more pressing concern. Looks like they probably died a while
정확한
ago.
관측이십니다.
An astute observation
시체의
manager. The
공격에
corpses have
다다른
reached
것으로
a
보이는군요.
stage of active decay. Looks like the
인류들이
bugs are
한참
having a feast
잔치라도
over
여는
there.
얼른 서두르자고.
Let us hurry along. Huh? Something
그래.
about Gregor, babe? Are you scared of
이건
bugs?
노파심인데
Now I'm sure you're more
설마
mature
벌레
than
시체를
shoving dead
얼굴에
bugs in
들이대는
someone's
유치
face.
하지 않을 거라비.
Just in case. Put it away. What's so funny about this? It's hilarious. Who thought you of all people would be
벌레를
scared of these little
무서워하는 게
wrigglers?
그래.
Greg, did you hate it that bad?
거기
Forget it. You stop
장난은
with your
그만
mischief
쳐라.
this instant. Do not cause additional
관리자님이 신경
concerns for
쓰셔야 할 거리를
manager.
만들.
잠깐.
Hold on, this body's still warm.
공격받은 건
Such is the sign of a recent attack. The gloom that cast over Yuri's face cleared after observing the bodies for a minute.
아니,
These aren't
로보토미
our...
코퍼레이션
I mean, they aren't
직원들은
lobotomy
아니네요.
corporation's employees.
여긴 이제
I heard
금광이나
these buried
다름없는 곳이
facilities are considered
되어버려서
pure gold mines now, attracting all sorts of people
몇몇
riches.
해결사나
Phrases like
조직들
lobotomy dream
사이에선
and encephalon
로보토미
rush, and
드림이나
apparently starting to catch on among fixers and
엔케팔린 러시
syndicates.
로드 앤 러쉬.
LDE rush got a nice ring to it. That's what
조용히
you say
있다가
after
기껏
keeping
말한다는데.
quiet for so long.
그러한
It's such a frivolous use of
잉글리쉬는
English, not prone
본래
to blurring the
뜻을
original
가물하게
meaning.
만든
제 말이 그
That's
말이
what I'm
이성
saying.
씨.
Wait, you seem to be talking a lot more
뭔가
than usual,
말수가
Isam.
이상하오?
Does that reflect strangely?
그이는 원래
He was never
말수가
really the
적지 않은
quiet
최근에
sort.
조금
He only just had a
바뀌었어.
shift recently.
관찰력이 높은 졸개가
It's not a
많아지는
bad thing to
건
have more lackeys
나쁘지
with
않은
keen
계속
eyes.
지금의
I'd like
상태를
you to keep that up.
유지해줬으면
Let us
좋겠어.
march.
마치 그대가
You make yourself look like a
캡틴
captain here. I
같구려.
dare say that role belongs to the manager. Please forgive my
제가-
insolence, manager. Frowning as though she were caught off guard, she bows to me as she apologizes. It's fine. No, it's nothing. Let's head down. Most of the corpse's body parts were morphed in bizarre ways. One had a pair of wings protruding through intestines. Another had a horribly twisted antenna hanging down.
우리가 아까
These are
마주쳤던
kind of similar to
자들이랑
thugs we ran into
비슷해
before, don't they?
보이죠.
You mean the
원래
bug-headed
뭐-
people? Quiet. I'm seeing
선박이
uniformed
거수자
tangos ahead. As Otis noted, multiple figures can be seen down the corridor. Unit 4?
뭐야?
What's all that?
거동 수상자.
Unidentified targets, possibly
저기 좀-
hostile. I'm sure one idea crossed our minds. The enigmatic abnormalities that might be roaming this facility, as Faust mentioned. That might be what those shadowy figures are. We have no
마주칠
choice but to
수밖에
face them.
어이,
Hey, who
거긴-
goes there? Instead, what we faced was people. It was too early to deem that as fortunate,
뭐야.
however.
이 근방엔
I
우리들
thought we were
뿐이라며.
the only people around here.
그쪽에서
Did they slip
처리를
past our team at the
못한 건가?
entrance? Those scavengers keep coming after
글쎄
one
다른
another.
쥐새끼
어이 벌레들
Boy, buggers, you friends with the
아까
bodies back there?
시체.
Bodies, you bastards in?
잠깐.
Wait,
어디서 온
I don't know what
찌꺼기들인지는
scrum
모르겠지만
you're from, but hear me out, Zach.
어차피
You're here for
너희도
the
엔케팔린을 챙기러 온 거지.
Enkfallen, aren't you? If you go down one floor
여기서
down, there's a
한층만
treasure
더
trove waiting to be
내려가면
nabbed.
너희에게
Whatever's on that
양보할게.
floor of yours. We'll just take note
서로
of what we
챙길
came
것
here and
말고.
figure our way. Aha. So you
알아본 것
recognize
같네.
me, huh? The moment the soldier's eyes landed on Gregor's face, the thin veil of kindness was torn down.
배신자 녀석.
Traitorous piss.
아,
Ah, you must have been
너는
dispatched to the
전방에
front lines
소속돼 있었나
too.
보네.
I look better in real
어때?
life than on those
그래도
flyers, right?
포스터보다는 실물이 낫지.
헛소리
The
집어쳐.
cheeky crap. I'm disgusted that I once
네가 너
saluted to
때리게
your
경고-
face.
이런 씨.
Whoa, easy there. It's not like you had to salute me in person.
실물로는 그 가짜는
While you pose as a
특혜로
normal member of society thanks to your dumbass privilege, freeing you from side effects. We never got a chance. We were thrown away right after the war was lost.
버려진 건 나도
I was tossed
마찬가지였어.
out all the same, you know. Isn't that
모든
how it
분들이
is for all of us
똑같지 않아?
soldiers?
그 중에서도 너희들은
So this is the lifestyle you
버려진
chose, rifling through the
벌레처럼
trash
살아가기
like actual
선택했나
bugs? Halt.
적을 도발해서
No good
좋을 건
can
없지 않아?
come from
당신도
taunting
군
your foe.
출신이라면
You
알잖아.
serve the military too. You know where this is
앞에 서 있는
going.
것들과
We're not
싸우게
getting out of this
됐지.
without a fight.
순순히 보내줄
We were planning to let you through. We truly were. But now I'll mince you and your traitor friend in the mutt meat.
어이없는
Like hell
새끼들.
you were. You're gonna wait for us to
우리가
climb back up
엔케팔린을
with the
가져오면
efforts they could
그대로
backstab us and
뒤통수-
swipe it.
그랬던 거였어.
Were they?
밑바닥에 떨어질
They've
대로
fallen rock
떨어진
bottom and below, and I
놈들한테
swear,
일이란 게 남아있을
down, they
것
don't care a
같냐.
wit of honor, eh?
가진 놈들도
Well off or
뒤통수를
broke,
쳐
people turn on
때리는
each other as
판인데
long as there's something to gain.
그럼
You're
말랑한
way
걸
too naive to
기대하냐?
think otherwise. Yeah, I didn't think there was any... I'm kind of with Heathcliff on this. We have no reason to trust them when they say, oh, we'll let you go through. Your goal is to reach the last section and retrieve the burrow. The dungeon consists of multiple floors ripe for the vents and counters. Each sector is connected to one or more paths. You can travel to adjacent sectors by selecting them. It's possible to retrace, so feel free to explore wherever you want. Sinners don't heal after battles, however, so they're unable to participate. Keep an eye on their status. Reaching a checkpoint will allow you to restore as sinners. After losing a battle, you can attempt it from the start with whatever living sinners remain on your team. Now here's the thing, do I want to use my strongest ones right away, or save them for the boss at the end? Yeah, I got that sense. It says they won't heal until after a point, so the question is, do I want to use the weaker ones first and save my stronger ones for what's inevitably going to be a boss fight at the end, or do I want to go in? I was going to have actual answers, but I get the sense you might have more fun if I go with my way. Go with unknown, so let's go this way.
목적지는 호기만소.
Alright, let's see if I suffer. That'll be good content if I suffer, right? Right? I can
명령대로 하겠습니다.
Oh, you're right. I should go see how it goes first. Thank you for... I was gonna meaningfully ask it first, but you make a good point that going in blind has its own appeal, so thanks for reminding me that. Here we go.
표정에 따라 실행하라.
폭의 거울은 깨졌어.
The first chapter, so I doubt much is going to be too threatening, but all the same.
새롭다니까요?
Victory. Take a look at the odds when clashing. Favored or dominating is your goal in every clash. Good to know. Gregor lights a cigarette and takes a drag, followed by smoke steaming out his mouth.
보안업체에
They'd have fared better than this if they got a job at a security company or something.
평생을 군인으로
They spent their
살았던
entire
자들이다.
lives as soldiers. The
다른
changes
직업으로
required from the
새
start of your life
출발하기에
must have been overwhelming.
그리고
You have no idea how stubbornly the stigma of a
몰락한
fallen
날개
wings remnants will
출신이라는 건
haunt you.
엄청난
If anyone's
꼬리표야.
generous enough to take you
누가
in,
받아주면
licking their boots is the
구두발이라도
least you
핥아줘야죠.
can do. Yeah, that's kind of the issue with career soldiers. In fact, I remember reading that Japan disbanded their samurai entirely because they were too expensive to keep around when there wasn't a major war going on, and even when they were getting too expensive there, so they had to move on. But of course, a lot of the soldiers turned to banditry and such after they were fired, since they didn't have any other skills. Sorry about that. I should have chosen my words carefully. No, it's fine. I'm sure things were rough with G Corp's fall as well. Breaking of a wing is a very turbulent affair for many people. Let's go with all these here. Might as well, right?
흥미로운 일이 벌어지면 좋겠어요.
Wave 1. Unopposed. Favored. Dominating. Unopposed. There we go.
표정에 따라 실행합니다.
좋은 전략.
당연한 결과죠.
That's great work. Do again, we just you got another crushing blow, right? You're right.
폭들을 제거하겠소.
My team's in pretty good shape, it looks like.
목적지는 호기만소.
Wave 1. Favored. Dominating. Struggling. Let's go with the neutral. Unopposed. There we go. That should make them all a little better. in clashes, you don't take any damage in most cases. Good to know then.
잼이 늘 새롭다니까요.
명령대로 하겠습니다. 좋은 전략입니다.
Victory. Yeah. Containment Hall 1. Select 5 to participate in this encounter.
따라갈 준비는
I'm sure this
끝났습니다.
won't go badly for everyone involved. Entities known as abnormalities can be found in dungeons. They're different, a different kind of approach is needed. Battles that employ this approach are called focused encounters. Let's explore the mechanics. All abnormalities have one or more parts. Each part has their own set of skills and speed values. In focused encounters, you must directly select and directly abnormalities skill slots. Remember, in focus, you connect the skill centers directly to the enemy skill slots. Place the gear on left, you like to zoom in the entire battlefield. Pressing the gear on left while zoomed in will reset your field of view. Once you've connected every single available will activate, only then can you proceed to the combat phase. Dominating. Unopposed.
규정에 따라 실행합니다.
Sealed now you can manually aim who fights who. I was wondering how it affected that.
재밌는 순간이에요.
Nibble. Turn 2. Dominating. Unopposed.
명령대로 하겠습니다.
셔츠는 낙엽하오.
Like how I got a nibble for free. Speed the number controls clashes. Good theory, but if you don't counter all the enemy clashes, they all get a free hit as a result. The higher number means they can change clash. Dominating.
해보기는 할게요. 안 되면 어쩔 수 없지만요.
I'll make everyone blue for maximum damage.
폭들을 제거하겠소.
All but one was this.
폭의 거울은 깨졌소.
좋은 전략입니다.
Yeah. Speed determines the order of actions and focus encounters. The number slide can. Alright, next to the skill slots. Speed of allied units is here on the dashboard as well. As you've seen, they're conducted by chaining skills directly to enemy skill slots. Now let's learn how to handle where several enemies are focusing a single allied unit, however this unit's skill slot here. As faster speeds can force enemies slower to redirect their attacks. Select a faster center and have their clash theirs against the enemies. As demonstrated here, allies with faster speeds can strategically draw attacks from others themselves, depending on the flow of battle. Clash. Another thing to note regarding is an allied targeted by enemy skills so clash regardless of their own speed. can chain your skills against the enemies. Target enemies, allies. Target minus skills from Hashkin skills target regardless of speed. If an allied unit's speed is equal to or slower than the enemies, they cannot redirect and may perform an unopposed attack. If an ally is weaker, in those cases both use unopposed attack instead of clashing. The faster unit will attack first. Unopposed, skip the clashes and just strike directly. So there's some value in being slow here. So an enemy with speed targets your guy, unit with 3 speed can charge target. Being able to control that's pretty good, and sometimes waiting for the enemy to waste their turn so you can attack without clashing can help. Sometimes it can be effective to forego clashes, have multiple units unopposed against a single dangerous enemy, even if it leaves them a toad. Alright, so yeah, if a trash mob that's not going to be any threat to anyone is there, then you're better. That makes sense.
적들을 제거하겠소. 처치는 낙역하오.
재밌는 순간이에요.
좋은 전략입니다.
Turn 6. Dominating.
명령대로 하겠습니다.
Sure can.
늘 새롭다니까요.
That's another down.
교정대로.
That's another one down.
당연한 결과죠.
Nice. If the enemies stagger, they can't fight back, so it's a good idea to lay the hurt on stunned enemies. Yeah, I also noticed the tips head that if they hit their second stunning point while already stunned, they get additional damage. I've never seen those before. You don't know? Hopkins' face quickly turns a cold frown. It was in such dark contrast to the face he showed Virgilus. Uttered in fright.
우리가 굳이 추락한
Don't you know
날개에
why we
깃털을
bothered
준
to let
이유가
a
뭔지
fallen wing's feather into our
알죠?
office? To
엘사의
deal with the quest taking place in L Collab's branch more safely.
잘하네.
Exactly, I didn't
하급
expect
관리직
much from a
출신에게
low-rank
길었네.
agent. Two simple
그리고 저
jobs, lead the
환상
way and
체인지
tell us how to
혼장
deal with those
체인지하는 거
abnormalities, whatever.
같은데
Now look, what do you expect to do?
처음
Oh no,
본다는
I've never
말이다.
seen these before.
호핀스.
Gosh, Hopkins, feeling
배고
hangry?
빠졌어.
Take it easy.
유리 씨가 처음 본 게
If they
확실하다면
are in fact new to Miss
이
Yuri, then
개체는
this might be another type of entity derived from the
비롯된
abnormalities,
또
perhaps
무언가.
even a new species.
그 코퍼레이션이
That
모든
corporation might not have had every
환상체를
specimen in their
관리하고 있지는
confines either. Yuri, there's no
유리는
reason to lambast yourself for
공부를
neglecting to
소홀히 하지
remember what you were never taught.
감사합니다.
Thank you, sir.
뭘
What's
간질거리게
there to argue
입시를
about? All
말하고
that matters is we
있어.
beat him to death,
가서
right?
시킨다면
Give the word
할
and we'll
뿐이다.
do it.
목적지는 혹이 많소.
Dominating, good. Let's see who's fast who. go.
교정에 따라 실행합니다.
셔츠는 낙엽하오.
재밌는 순간이에요.
다음 판단을 부탁합니다.
Turn two. Oh, they're all stunned. Wonderful.
해보기는 할게요. 안 되면 어쩔 수 없지만요.
좋은 전략입니다.
폭의 거울은 깨졌어.
교정대로
Victory.
역시
Impressive. I expect
붉은
no less of
시선님의
the Red Gaze's
수하들답게
minions.
수아라고?
What did you say?
아이고, 우리
Oh boy,
호킨스가
there
말
goes
실수를
Hopkins again,
해서
being clumsy with his tongue. I'll apologize
제가 대신
instead.
사과할게요.
I'm getting the sense that I probably shouldn't trust these two bozos.
그런데 왜
What's
이렇게
taking you so long,
꾸물럭대는 거야,
Hopkins? Hemorrhoids
호킨스?
acting up again?
무슨 말을
No,
하는
I'm
거야?
not. What do you mean? Hopkins got up after a bit of dawdling. His pockets were laden with something, but I decided to not bother pointing that out. Might as well obliterate everything in here for
교정이라면
no good reason.
따르겠습니다.
Abnormalities.
교정에 따라 실행합니다.
늘 새롭다니까요.
Ooh, I lost the flash there.
지금이 기회입니다.
Offensive down. And he was, yeah, you had Gregor clash someone that wasn't targeting, and he was slower, so he couldn't clash, so he got a free hit. Marisol. Ah, okay. Nah, that makes sense. Oops. I see. Alright, so that shows everyone, and this shows the individual. Alright, that's just make sure you're clashing. And unfortunately, I can't stop that other first one from attacking. Everyone's being clashing. There we are. There we are. That stopped it. Now everyone is either clashing or getting a free hit in.
좋은 전략입니다.
늘 새롭다니까요.
교정대로
There we go. Victory. Employee lounge. You'll find checkpoints to explore. Your sinners fully heal and SP upon reaching one. When all your sinners die, you'll be brought back to your last checkpoint. No progress made beyond the checkpoint will be reset as well. I didn't lose anybody, so I'd say I'm in good shape.
뭐 이쯤이면 적당하겠네요.
Oh, look where we could heal. I wonder if you could just use any ID you want then. Hey, to be fair, there are probably going to be longer dungeons where you have to manage it a good bit more. As I opened the door, Faust suddenly stood before me. Dante, close your eyes and look for a glimmer hiding in the dark. Find this faint star of truth and gently. A star. This one won't hurt, right? It shouldn't cause you any pain since you're simply locating it. Alright, time to roll my perception check. Something about the way Faust put that bothered me, but I should trust her and block my sight. When you open your eyes, it seems so far away. It will shine right in your vision. Well, that's actually quite beautiful. The light, is this visible only to me? Not quite. Through you, now all of us can see it. Even though we're in a dungeon, we can now reap benefits of your ability through the star.
얼른 시계 돌려주세요.
I dislocated my soul. I think I dislocated my shoulder. The clock.
그 시계
돌아가기만 하겠어.
That's not all it does. They have a neat
신기한
power.
능력을
You should
가지고
come and take a
있다고.
look. Will no one recognize the pain I have to endure? If nothing else, it's nice to use a bit of a different team here and there. Here comes the boss. I'll just use everyone who actually has an identity I was able to equip. Although I guess I should probably use Ishmael more since I'm probably going to be using the Scotty one for... that felt good. I'm dying here. What an amazing clock you have. I haven't seen that technology anywhere. That has to be on the level of S singularity. What wing could be responsible? Hopkins greedily stared at my head. I really tried to ignore it, but looking at stuffed pockets again... Yeah, I think he's gonna betray us, so let's be ready. Dante, why are you clutching your head like that? It's nothing.
파우스티안.
Faust. Miss Faust, can our manager not restore the lives of our guides using the clock power?
시계는
The clock will only work
수감자들에게만
for us
동작해요.
sinners. I
차라리
suppose
그게
that's for the better.
낫네. 배에 구멍이
Imagine you're
숨
dragged back to life with a
났는데
gaping hole
못
in your
죽고
stomach. Wouldn't that
되살아났으면
suck?
아니다.
Nah, you know what?
배가
You're lucky
뚫린
if a hole
거면
punched
운이
through your
좋은
gut. You'd be
거지.
gone in seconds. Wait. Hard tentacle erupts the wall and penetrates Aya's abdomen in an instant. All units prepare for battle?
내가 말했지.
What'd I tell you?
난
I've
항상
always been a lucky girl.
이미 절명했어.
Her life has departed. Come now, you'll have to keep it together, especially in times like these, right?
일반적인
but
공격의
the attack
형태를
is in an
취하고 있지
unusual
않네요.
form. It's likely we're fighting an
가능성이 높습니다.
abnormality.
관리자님.
Manager, your command, please. I felt pity for Yuri. She looked at Aya's corpse and then back at us with tears. Nevertheless, Yuri, Hopkins, Aya, those three I cannot revive. We have to fight now if we don't want any more
현명한
casualties.
판단이십니다.
A wise decision, manager.
젖제 깎이는
And now
소리가
she's...
해석이 되는 건가?
You can make sense of that ticking? Otis gave Hopkins a fiery glare, but soon reminded herself of his priorities and breathed and shout. It's the matters of
관리자님의
orders
호위
like
진영을
these. We will
구축한다.
surround the enemy
목표는
information. The target is the uniform ahead.
그런데
To be honest, I'm not sure if I can
저걸
say that thing as a
찾아봐.
form. Slowly encroaching vines followed by the shadow of a figure, looking to be several times taller than a human. It was approaching, begetting fright unlike any foe we faced until now. Here's the boss. Ebony Queen's Apples. You've encountered a new abnormality. Please view its guide. The abnormality guide. It lists information. It will gradually fill up as you battle it. Raise the observation level by repeatedly encountering and battling these. Higher levels increases the damage you deal against them as well. Ooh, I like that. You may encounter multiple parts. Okay, so this is how bosses work. You may encounter abnormalities with multiple parts. In such case, each part may be different resistances, passives, and skills. This abnormality's weak point is the fruit part. Target the fruit. Let's see here with... It's guarding. I think that one is unit has 4 units fight against. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Ha, great minds think alike. Alright, there we go. Everyone should have a upgrade from that. Part broken. You destroyed part of the abnormality. Let us consult the abnormality guide to see if anything's been updated. You destroyed the fruit parts. The physical resistance values for destroyed parts become fatal. Please note the parts marked as severable cannot be attacked again once destroyed, unless they regenerate. Apple's Twilight. When the fruit's destroyed, all parts are inflicted with fragile or regenerative return. Regarding the details and crucial to winning certain battles. Yeah, I'm gonna have to clash here. I get a free attack, but it's not a clash. But I can only stop one clash. Maybe I should have him block instead. Continue suppressing this abnormality. Hold your mouse over the enemy skills, see who they target. Yeah, all of them are focusing one person. Sheesh, clashing with all of your skills. Free attack, not clash. Alright, let's clash with me now. That's a free hit, but not a clash. Alright, it's based on the speed here. Right, I should put the slower ones against there. There we go. Oh no. It's a free hit. Yeah, all of them are attacking. Okay. You have 4 neutrals, she has 4 skills. Start clashing them all. Try this from the beginning. These are all a clash if I do that. Who's targeting? It's targeting him. Sinclair needs to counter it. Looks like 4 of them are focusing on Sinclair, but Sinclair can only attack one at a time. Can only clash one at a time. Favored. Should probably go favored. This higher speed helps. If units had 3 speed, they could change their clash target.
내가 눈에 새겨주지. 벌써 끝나간다.
예상 못했나 봐.
Heartbroken. During focus encounters, you, the manager, may occasionally be tasked with making a key decision. The tide of the battle can change depending on your choices, so choose wisely. Choice events. These choice events are like skill checks. They have a required sin, affinity, and threshold. Each one represents an affinity advantage. Select a sin or the matching skill to increase your chances. Pass or fail determines the outcome. A heart torn to 1,000 pieces must be kept from all eyes. Thus, it's buried in the ground and tangled itself. Yet, someone has to pull up these thorny roots. There's no wound that can remain unearthed. The sinners give each other looks. Being coiled in piercing, sharp pain is something to avoid even in one's dreams. Wrath advantage. Dry earth must be upturned. Which sinner is up for the task? Threshold 6, 4, predicted 4, 14. Very high. Okay, it looks. If I'm looking at this correctly, he literally cannot fail this. It didn't matter because Roshi slaughtered the enemy. Alright, yeah, it looks like this one literally can't fail since it's 4 between 14 and I need at least 4 if I'm reading this correctly. Correct, you'll roll a minimum of 4, and since I need 4, then yeah, I can't fail if I use him. Check passed. Heathcliff walked with shaky steps. With bare hands, they dug up the roots. In their hands were the doubts of others. The sinner realized, while the injury may heal, distrust can take root in the heart.
이거 봐.
Effective entangling roots was expired.
결과는
Looky
좋잖아.
here, process be damned, it all turned out well to find the end, eh? More SP equals higher chance for heads. Dominating. Favored. There we are. Oh, excellent. I was able to stop most of those. Oh, darn. I might not be able to stop that one, actually. Oh, interesting. This is unopposed, yet it's not listed as interesting. Alright, let's start. Now units are faster, we can control the clash.
차 부숴줄 테다.
There we go, victory. Luckily, it does seem like this particular identity for Sinclair makes him a bit more tanky, so that should help even if he did had to eat a hit. So what, that was it? I heard abnormalities were supposed to be so powerful, even suppressing them was a dangerous task.
억제력 때문이에요.
It's the Keephol's deterrence in action.
뭐?
Coffee
커피포트?
pots?
환상체들을
A force that weakens
약화시키는
abnormalities.
힘이에요.
Its original purpose was to safely supervise them and in containment.
황금가지로
As we continue our assignment in collecting more golden bows, the deterrence will weaken as well. Although this is a simple battle,
나중엔
later on the
100번을
one
죽었다
might take our
깨어나도
lives more than
힘들 수
100-fold to
있다는 말.
handle it. That's a terrifying thought. Where'd the corpse go anyway? I'm pretty sure that attack did it
분명
in.
숨통은
It was
끊어졌습니다.
filled without a doubt, and thanks to
관리자님,
your exceptional
탁월한
command,
지휘
manager.
덕택이죠.
It couldn't have disappeared in the
역시
sky.
관리자님입니다.
Brilliant intent is always manager's
그럴
responsibility can be ruled
너희
out.
눈엔 이 단단해 보이는
Is the tough
지하천장이
looking
안
ceiling
보이냐?
above us not a thing to you two?
이쪽을 보세요.
Over there. Listless, Yuri pointed at something. The shock of losing Aya must have shaken her badly, but seeing her hold her own and keep her head up, I felt I should let her be and follow along with her for a while. Is that an egg?
환상체의
It's
핵이군요.
the core of the abnormality. When suppressed from
적절하게
appropriate
제압했을
measures, it's
경우
reduced into this
이러한
condensed
알의 모양으로
ovate form.
환원되죠.
Guards.
그리고 부화할
And it'll
거예요.
hatch once enough time has passed here. Hatch? You gotta be joking.
이것들이
You
죽지
mean these things
않는다는
won't die?
환상체는 죽지 않아요.
Abnormalities simply cannot die. It's
그래서
one of the
의사의
factors
생산
contributed to the
에너지량이 어마어마했던
lobotomy
것도
corp's massive
이
production,
상태
energy
핵을
production.
격리실에
As an
가져다
employee, my
놓는
job was
게
to put the core back into its containment
제가
unit.
하는
Now things have
일이에요.
changed. So what can we do before
알이
this egg
다시
hatches
깨어난
again?
림버스 컴퍼니에는
Limbus Company has a
이런
department dedicated to
환상체들을
dealing with
담당하는
abnormalities like
부서가
this. They will
별도로
retrieve them
있어요.
for us. Right, was this the after team? I remember hearing about them during
그럼
orientation.
시간 끌지 말고
What's
빨리
stopping you from
부르시거라.
calling them now?
연락은
The transmission device is on the
메피스토
Mephistopheles.
너무 걱정할 필요는
Figures.
없습니다.
No need to worry. Once we have the golden bow,
황금가지만
we'll return whether we
찾는다면.
like it or not. So it's going to warp us out? Okay, so that explains whether or not we need a return trip. We all went down a floor.
이곳을 다시
I
오게
didn't
될
think
줄
I'd come
몰랐어.
back here.
대체적으로 로보토미
Most lobotomy
지구들은
corporations'
여러
facilities
개의
consist of
층으로
multiple
구성이 되고
floors,
각자
and each
층마다
one's expectedly to be
주인이 되는
occupied by an
환상체들이
abnormality marking its
존재해.
domain.
아까 그런 게 또
Seriously? There's
나온다고?
more?
그런 그
So where'd you figure all that
전투
info
정보?
about what we'll face and stuff?
파우스트는
Faust
모든 걸
knows
알고 있어.
all.
안내에서는
A guy
비포팀이
before
사전
said a
정찰을
team
한다고
before a team
하더라고요.
does reconnaissance in
그냥
advance.
네가 관계자라서
So I
하는
only know because you have ties
틀린
with
말을
staff.
하진
I
않았잖아요.
never claimed otherwise. Okay. Alright, this means we should
어쨌든
expect a great
주요
threat in every
등 뒤에
floor.
적을 두고서 전진하는
It'd be
멍청한
idiotic to
일은 할
advance
수
into the
없으니
unknown without making sure we're
결국
clear of
그쯤
danger in at least
환상체를
one
정리해야만
direction,
하겠군.
leaving us no choice but to take them down as we go.
파우스트가 할
You
말을
took the words right out of
앗아가버린
Faust's
말하지
mouth.
않더라도
Is it not a
의도를
splendid
전달할
thing
수
to be able to
있다면
convey your intentions before they've
그보다
been
이상-
verbalized? Dante, it is time to see the star. I'm your manager and not a scapegoat, you know. Progress has been saved. Canteen. Sure, I'll just stick with my 18.
목표인가요? 손쉽죠.
Another veteran appeared in the dark, carrying a depressed aura. His sparkling old badge seemed to signify a high rank he once held.
그레고르 과장,
Manager Gregor?
당신
I think
얼굴은
I remember that face of yours, but
자네
why?
부장이었다.
I was the head manager of your team.
혼자 도망친
Not
것도
only did you desert
모자라.
us, you now have the
이젠
audacity to take the lives of your old comrades,
부하
my
녀석들까지
subordinates.
해봐.
Look, the war ended a decade ago,
전쟁은
but I guess some
10년 전에
folks won't
끝났어.
let go of their obsolete ranks.
아직도
끝나?
Ended. Nothing has
아,
ended.
뭐,
Nothing has ended,
그
damn it.
주의사에서
The war may have been
도망치면서
over for you
이
when you deserted
전쟁은 우리는
G-Corp, but we're
아직도
fighting for our
전쟁의
lives on the
한복판에
battlefield
계속
this
서 있다.
day.
이런
As much as I didn't want to relate to you in this
나라고
way,
크게
I'm not
다르지도
that different there either.
그렇다면
Then
이해해야지
you need
과장.
ought to understand, Gregor.
전쟁터에서
There's only one
배신자에게
verdict that
내려지는
awaits
결론.
deserters. You say that like it
그럴
means
듯하게
something, but it's against
말하지만
company policy to carry out summary execution for
복수를 위한
personal
직결점은
revenge, my head
사실이야.
manager.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게. 벌써 끝나가는군.
Here we go.
자,
Should be good.
어느 쪽일지
Yeah, as soon as he
잘
gets the charge count, he did a lot of damage. Wow. Yeah, look at that.
맘.
Victory. Perhaps the time this ex-soldier spent off the battlefield was long enough to rust his prowess. The head manager who must have defeated countless enemies in his glory days is now nearing his own end. You were
널
once
존경하는
well-respected,
자들도 있어.
Gregor. I
존경해달라고
never
부탁한
asked for
적은 없어.
더
respect.
이상은
Don't
전진하지
proceed
마라.
further. Only hell awaits you.
미안하지만 그러기는
Sorry, but I don't think I can follow your advice. How to be a goat
성실하게 일하자는 건
getter if I don't want to be
짤리거든.
fired. Have you abandoned your
돈에
honor for some
배저녁에
pittance?
훈장이란
Oh, I
건
sold that away
팔았지.
long ago, right with my medal.
집주인이
Landlord
월세를
couldn't wait for
더
rent any longer. A bitter smile appeared on the head manager's face. You're no different from us. In the end, we're nothing but discussing pests. He took a few more shallow breaths and ceased to move. Mind if I borrow a cigarette?
이번만이다.
Just this once. Gregor put the borrowed cigarette next to the one he already had in his mouth, then lit it and tossed it on the chest of the deceased commander.
미안.
Sorry, didn't want to share mine for that
그거한테.
thing. Ryushu gave a snort. The smoke from Gregor's cigarette lined the prevailing silence in the air for a short while.
목표인가요? 손쉽죠.
I don't know if I have to clean out this place, but I have the feeling I'd
이곳부터는
like it to
폐장병들이
do so anyway.
머물렀던
There
흔적조차
appear to be no
보이지
more signs
않네요.
of ex-soldiers from this
더
point
이상
onward.
전진은
The commander didn't
하지
warn us not to go
말라고.
further. As we proceeded, we discovered bodies that seemed to have been there for some time.
이건 우리
Those are are no L Corp's
둔기로
employees.
맞은
I
흔적이요.
see traces of blunt instruments.
전원이
All the
그러하구려.
bodies share them, in fact.
관리
A
기록서.
management report. This document contains
이건
instructions for keeping
환상체
abnormalities in
관리
check.
보통 관리 업무를
Normally, employees
지정받으면
tasked with catering
지겨울
to
정도로
abnormalities
암기해서
memorize the instructions to the
들어가니까
point of reciting them flawlessly. They
이런
don't
건
usually
필요
carry
없는
notes like these.
추측컨대
I dare suspect that no remaining
환상체가
employees had the necessary
탈출했고
information when the
아무도
abnormality
관리부
breached.
아직 격리실로
If the eggs
운반하지
weren't
않은
moved into containment
날들이었다면
yet, that could be the case. There are way too many
대체
corpses
어떤
here. What
환상체길래
kind of
이렇게
abnormality could
많은
have
수의
massacred all
직원들이
these?
잠깐
Wait, what's the smell? You see, our office purchased an expensive device the other day. What do you want about? Sources suggest the toxin levels started to rise after a certain floor.
나
Yeah,
아까부터
I've been bleeding
귀에서
from my ears a
피가
bit.
흐르고
Is this okay?
없이
No,
어찌
battle's not ever. I was told that continued exposure may cause bleeding like that. How
정작
are you so
그런
fine, though? This is the
예전에
anti-abnormality
보급되었던
gas grenade supplied to
신체들
employees.
사이에서
One must have gone off somewhere on the bodies here. True, the toxicity levels did appear to be intense here. Hopkins put on the mask before we
뭐야?
noticed.
우린
Hey now,
저런
what about
제공되는
us? We
보급품은
were not
따로
granted any
없었습니다.
additional supplies. You slippery rat, you do all this time? I'm not getting away with it. You stop mid-sentence to fill
흥분하면
duty.
한류가 더
Your blood flow will
빨라집니다.
quicken if you're agitated. In other words, the
금방
toxin will spread
자리에서
quicker. Try to remain
되도록
calm,
날뛰지
minimize
말고.
movement, and breathe at regular intervals. Hopkins, why did you tell me? Oh, I've got a question for you too, Yuri. Why would I make our office waste our precious funds on expensive gadgets for a dead weight like you? If we're being real, it's a miracle you managed to join us in the first place. Maybe Aya took pity and gave you special treatment, but she's gone now, so who cares? Sneaky blighter, is that how you want it? Don't be silly, everything is fair game for a fixer. Appearing the Red Gaze Company tickled my curiosity. As it turns out, you were just a bunch of ragtag lunatics who thought it'd be a good idea to run straight into these facilities with zero prep. What a sick joke. Can't do anything but watch. Feeling ire, Hopkins backed away and scurried the exit. At least I managed to grab an armful full of ankefalin, thanks to you. I'll write my report that you all went missing, because suffocated to death is too embarrassing. She slumped to the floor, watching blood pour from her nose to her hands. She's not the only one. Roger Heathcliff and the other suffers. Gregor, I took this with me so I wouldn't, so you could have something to remember her by. He's holding the same type of gas mask as the one Hopkins wore. But why?
아야씨가
Heard Aya gave you special treatment, didn't she? This is as good as yours then.
보고도 없이
As for our
기어들어온
unprepared band of lunatics,
미친놈들은.
we do have a way out. Don't worry about us. Coughing up blood, Yuri puts on the mask. I know he's right. I know earning recognition from the ops of strangers is a hard thing to do, even if I have to take on all kinds of errands. There's only 3 minutes left until the breach is locked down. Initiating site burial. The doors are about to close on me. Emergency transfers, 85% complete.
날 두고 가지 마.
Yuri, don't leave me behind.
그럼
Yuri.
도대체
What else am I supposed to do?
어쩌라는
So long as I live? Should I have been buried alive with my coworkers when the whole thing was going under, so the abnormalities couldn't escape? It's a sin, at least down here. Cough. That stings a little, Gregor. Staying a sound, I snap back to reality and check on the singers. Half of them are already passed away. And Ishmael's head dropped as she said her last words. A sin. But, so what, buddy? You got to live on like nobody's business. Laying guilt on yourself like spilt milk will wear you out. With Gregor's last breath, Yuri and I became the only surviving members. Don't worry too much about us. I can take them back out and revive them. I knew mechanical ticking was all Yuri could hear, but I did my best to communicate my message to her nonetheless. I know. She ended the conversation with not a word. After a long period of awkward gloom, the toxic gas dispersed. Looks like it's okay now. Oh yeah. I'll give you a hand. Let's bring your people back. Saying that, Yuri takes the gas mask off and carried the sinners by her shoulders one by one. Unsure what to say for her, I remained quiet. Clash one of these. Alright, here we are. Yeah, that's a clash right there, which means all should be well. Now let's switch to orange so that we have everyone in orange.
그래, 데려가자.
The orange is what we can, rather.
차 부숴줄 테다.
깔끔하게 물었군.
Victory.
이 경로는 숨어들기 나쁘지 않군 그래.
Having the announcer as an optional character is kind of neat. Kind of reminds me of how when I played Dota 2 and stuff, that you could get a custom announcer there. Here's the Storm had it too. I just realized something. Is the speed stat the number going up or is it going down? So it's not, for some reason I keep thinking it's 1 is first, 2 is second, etc. But no, it's the, I'm a complete ignoramus apparently. Yeah, everyone's clashing with someone, so this should be
내가
good.
눈에 새겨주지.
좋아. 장고에서 삭제.
이건 예상 못했나 봐. 자, 어느 쪽일지 잘 생각해보라고.
장고에서 삭제.
Dang, that's a pretty good one. Yeah, it doesn't seem like doing extra rooms does anything for me, but it's fun, and I guess that's all that matters, right? The canteen. This is an event, it looks like. Were those abnormalities responsible for killing employees? I doubt it. If my guess is right, keep her as a head manager. There's another of them. A humanoid wearing the head of a statue is sitting against the wall.
안녕.
Hi, are you here to draw your
너의
lots? Gather your
사원증을
IDs, give one of them to me,
다
we'll find the
모았어.
winner. Its hand was barely grasping the strap of an employee ID card. Alex was the name written on it.
제정신이
She's
아닌데.
gone nuts, hasn't she? What's the
당첨자
babble about the
어떤
winners? Some
환상체들은
abnormalities demand
관리법에
offerings as part of the
정기적으로
managerial
희생물을
guidelines.
그쪽으로
Should
가면
go
안
away.
돼.
That will find
그리고
you.
결국
And the offering happened, didn't
네가
it? It's your
뽑을
turn to draw. Offering?
민신 공양을
What
하지
happens if no
않으면
human
어떤
sacrifice is
그건
made?
몰라요.
We never found out. We followed
관리법은
every
항상
procedure
철저히
without
지켜졌을
fail.
탈출해서
I guess it
다치는 대로
escaped and
사람을
started killing people left
죽이고
and right. Huh, that
그
abnormality must have been one
환상체라는 놈
spineless bugger.
되게
Those
졸렬한
with whack
거네.
victims in the back of the head. What do you mean?
단체로 눈이
Did you get all
삐기라도
jabbed in
했냐?
the eyes? Those wounds were
그건
clearly left by
사람이 낸
humans. You can tell they were
상처였어.
beating the shit
서로
out of each
한덧
other.
등신들은
Those thickos killed
지들끼리
each other in a fight. Before
뻔하지.
it's clear as
지부가
day.
무너지고
Probably figured they
한동안은
could survive a
어떻게든
while even after the
살아남을 거라
branch is
생각해.
buried.
꾸준히 사람을
Kept offering
바치기만
folks from time to
한다면
time. Rest might get
언젠간
rescued
구조가
one
될
day.
제비 뽑기로 몇
Guess they
달은
kept the lots
버텼겠지.
going for a few months.
일단 한
It was
놈만
the safest
죽으면
way they could
잠깐은
keep the
버틸
thing in check.
텐데.
Problem though, you think one of
그걸
them picked the fall
희생자가
guy would
고지고대로
gladly accept his
받아든 내가
fate?
죽을 바엔
If I was them, I'd rather strangle
눈앞에
a bloke
있는 놈
next to
머리처럼
me.
적어도
Better them than
지금
me,
내
right? Ain't the
그렇게
rest is
흘러갔겠지.
history, I bet.
그러다
And last
마지막으로
survivor put on the
살아남아서
stone mask belonging to the
근신
statue heads,
공양을
believing it'll
피할 수
save her
있어.
from
그럴
being
리가
sacrificed.
없어요. 알렉스는 자기가 살려고
Impossible,
남을
Alex.
죽이는
그걸 네가 어떻게
How do you know
알아?
that? You can't be sure if that's
저놈이
even actually
진짜
Alex or
한
not.
가지.
Let me give you a tip.
그들이
You'll be much better
직접
off going on your own
데려오기
foot before they
전에
come to take you.
이만 떠나지.
Let's be on our
이제는
way. This person will
곧
perish before long. While everyone else moved along, Yuri remained in place and continued to stare down at the
이딴
statue
곳이
clad invisible.
아니었어.
It wasn't your fault. You know that, right?
날
Leave me
두고
behind,
가.
Yuri. Please leave me. Remember, none of us said Yuri's name during that conversation, so that person recognized her. They're rummaging through the corpses looking for something. Relentless demands for an offering ring in the ears look like they might jump us any second. You see a dying person gasping for air. Do you help them up, or... What's an ego gift? Well, Well, either way, it seems like winning a combat encounter to get a stronger ego sounds like the smart option. Offer a sinner? I mean, I guess I could just offer someone who's not, we can easily bring back, but I don't care. Angered by your inaction, little combat encounter. Win the next battle. Bloody Mask of Demons. Yeah, I'm not really in the mood to make sacrifices. I didn't make any sacrifices to Lamash 2 and Kingmaker. I won't make any here. Clash. Clash. Guess let's go with this.
부숴줄 테다.
Wow, that was an easy encounter. But then again, I guess the Sinners are being are a bit of a special case. They do have a few luxuries most people don't, after all. Yeah, easy.
자, 남쪽겠지. 잘 생각해보라고.
좋아. 장부에서 삭제.
All allies gain 5 offense level. Bloody Mask of the Devotee. Ego gift get. Cafeteria. Here comes the boss. Critical abnormality block. This shouldn't be too hard.
차근차근 그어서 되갚아보죠.
Wave 1. Doomsday Calendar. Ah, so that's why it looks like a Mind Club.
그래, 배러 가자.
Easy.
깔끔하게 물었군.
Abnormality looks upset. It seems to want something, but what should we give? Live offering. Oh dear. They really love to attack her Sinclair. He's gonna have to take a hit no matter what. I think we can handle this though. Everyone that can clash is.
내가 눈에 새겨주지.
넌 예상 못했나봐.
Done, we got one of the parts. Let's deal with the rest like this. There are many ways to calm one down, but this abnormality seems like it's like gifts. A fresh batch of blood might appease it. I have to offer a sinner? Do I really not have a choice? It looks like one of the sinners will have to do a Claydol's job. Who would appease the abnormality? Cannot fail, so yeah. Check past. Her blood is fresh enough. Satiated. The abnormality calms down a moment. All Doomsday parts gain 3 attack power down. Rushi loses 20 HP. Yeah, I figured something like that might happen. Take a hit, I think.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
Honestly, I needed to kill a clay doll to offer them.
깔끔하게 물었군.
Oh dear, those are even more enemies. Oh, they're all focusing her. I need to stop them at all costs. Ooh. Actually, I don't think anyone has the speed to stop it. That's a problem. Oh. What's this? Attack weight, hit inflicts. On hit, lose 10 HP. Branch of knowledge. Inflicts crit. Doesn't look like anything deals the fatal damage, so let's go with that. Guess we're gonna have to start using the limit breaks here. Gonna have to do the best we can, I guess.
어느 쪽일지 잘 생각해보라고.
Crap, they won this coin flip. Here we go.
나의 손으로
If I can sever
잘라낼
it by
수
my own
있다면
hands. The heat of the Admiral Valley is wearing everyone down. We'll have to make an offer to calm its warmth. There we are. Everyone's being opposed.
자, 어느 쪽일지 잘 생각해보라고.
Excellent. They're all down.
장부에서 삭제.
Fortunately, he's weak to fire, so I gotta be very careful here. To weaken the flame, you need cool water. Since we aren't carrying buckets of water, we should offer someone cool instead. Because I killed one, I can do that. You offer the clay doll. The flame seems to clay Doomsday counter loses 100 HP. Frenzy of Doomsday counter expired. Yeah, because I was killed one, I was able to use that. You sense a dangerous glow. Universe of Flame targets allies. Something tells me I'm gonna want to focus. And I'm gonna want to something. Yeah, something tells me I should just focus the boss and not allow it to get off whatever it's about to do.
저 부숴줄 테다.
깔끔하게 물었군.
We beat it. Whatever it was about to do, we didn't let it. Phew.
2층에는
This
유독
floor's crawling with
구더기들이 많아.
maggots. These bugs aren't so bad after the last floor's abnormality. Don't want anything like that ever again.
그거
Sure,
그레기
Greg
들으면
would be lovely to hear that.
기뻐하겠다.
You're okay, Buggy Buddy? But Gregor wasn't paying
다들
attention.
아까부터
Do you all hear something?
소리라면 계속
We've been hearing constant
들렸잖아요.
growl. Raji, are you really hungry at a time like this?
그런 건
Hey, you're
모르는
supposed to let that
척하는
kind of
거야.
stuff slide. Please, girl? No, not like that. It's like the first time on the expedition, he walked ahead of the group and opened the door next to him by some
잠깐.
foolish... Wait,
거긴
that's a
한산책.
containment unit. It's like that time. No, the door was already open. He gazed into the shower of golden light pouring from the room. Gregor, did we travel back in time? I see an overcast sky. Cries and twists ring out the distance. And in that sky, gunfire and artillery create a
딱
cacophony.
보면 모르는가.
Isn't that clear enough? This is a battlefield.
한복판.
The heart of it.
이건
Am I dreaming? A nightmare? Why here again?
그러니까 왜
Why the hell are we
전장
in a bloody
한복판에 있냔
battlefield? Is
말이야.
this a trap or something?
함정이라.
아니요.
No, we're on the right
멀지
track.
않은 곳에
This essence of the technology
우리가
we're looking for is
찾던
not far from
황금거지요?
here. You mean the golden
네.
bow? Correct. Do you recognize what this
눈이라는
was?
게 있다면
Anyone with functioning eyes would
한눈에
know at a
알아.
glance? I actually don't. I confess. It's obvious you wouldn't
관리자님은
recognize this
모르는 게
manager. You don't have
당연합니다.
eyes that fit conventional
관리자님
그걸
definitions.
변명이라고 하나요?
Is that the best excuse you have? She clears her throat to mask her embarrassment and turns to narrow gaze
소속을
Valkyrie.
과시하는
Judging from the
듯한
colorful wave of
경영색색
garish
촌스러운
flags showing off
깃발들이
the
나는
factions in
연기
play,
전쟁이 발발한
this is
지
at least
최소
70 days
70일
into the
후.
smoke war.
입니다,
This
관리자님.
concludes briefing. Suddenly, a strong tug at Heathcliff's coat
당신들
binds.
미쳤어? 어서
Out of
대피해!
her minds?
저
You need
폭탄에
shelter.
노출되면
Delayed rapidly if
급격하게
exposed to
노화가
that bomb
진행 옆 주소
blast.
직원들은 지금
The
전쟁이고
outpost next of
뭐고
ours is
지팡이
turned to a nursing
없이는
home. They
걷지도
can't even walk
못한다니까.
without sticks.
대체 이
Who
자식은
the hell are you? Why do you
누군데요?
act like you know?
그레고로
Manager
과장님
Gregor, my
고생
respects, sir.
많으십니다.
The bandaged man snapped to attention and saluted Gregor as soon as he saw him.
저를 모르시겠죠?
You wouldn't recognize me, sir.
생체관리팀
I'm Toma from
토마입니다.
Biomedics Maintenance.
선발 대열에
I thought you
계신
were
줄
part of the front
알았는데
unit. I didn't expect to find
후방이
you here in the
합류를
back.
해야 하는 거면
Are you on your way?
제가 도와드릴까요?
I could help you
전
get there
다리
since the
특화형이어서
augmentation of my leg allowed me to jump.
말만 들어.
Gross. Toma looked at Roger with
당신-
suspicion. You, what did you
아
just...
도마.
Toma, you're the assistant manager
네.
or regular staff?
이등
Oh, yes, sir. I'm
사원입니다.
assistant private, sir. I see.
이쪽은
She's new
아직
hire who had to
시술된 지 얼마 안 된
procure
직원이라
not long ago. She's getting over the confusion.
정신
I'll give her a good
그렇군요.
talk to. Oh, I get it. Our
아무리
corporation
그래도
must be getting desperate,
전시에
sending
준비도
unprepared
안 된
employees to
직원이.
battle. Yeah, sorry, we are. Sorry for the trouble.
내가 급히-
I've got to take her somewhere real quick. Gregor practically yanked himself out of the conversation and awkwardly hurried to
어떻게
Faust.
된 거지 파우스트 씨?
What's going on, Faust? These are my memories.
정확히는
We're in the fathoms of your
자아신도예요.
ego, to be
당신의
precise. An
마음속에
open
나
path in
있는
your psyche. In other
하늘이다.
words, we've entered your heart and
그리고-
mind.
이 경로는
Guess I'd best grab some of my
스모데게
drink.
나쁘지 않군 거래.
토할 것 같아요. 눈앞의 것들이 모조리 일렁이고 있어서.
I think I'm gonna throw up. Everyone seems
심압이
wobbling. But
높아지고
here,
있는
the
것
psychogenic
같군요.
pressure is
하지만
rising. But you should be
불안한
fine.
악몽을
I
꾸었던
think I
적이
once had an
있었던 것
unsettling
같고
nightmare.
아직도
Maybe
악몽을
I'm still in
꾸고
one even
있고
now. In this dream, there's only two colors in the room where I stand. The blue covering the wall and a dangling dot of red. I know how to get out of here too. All I do is stretch out my arm and cut the hanging apple. The people in blue coats seem to think I failed to understand that. They would come several times a day to explain it to me over and over. Unfortunately for them, that wasn't the part I struggled to understand. When I finally gave up thinking about it, I sliced the apple to the floor. The door was open. I don't remember what drove me to do it. Maybe I was exhausted mentally, or maybe I thought to resign myself to it. In either case, what I do remember was my desire to break free from that nightmare.
제대로
Canto one where
기억이
things aren't very peak yet because there was a local bug man gone to war. Even if it's very simple of a story, I do quite like exploring it. If we're gonna be exploring the whole cast's psyche like this, I do look forward to it.
드디어
You finally
해냈네.
did it. I knew you could. The surgery was
그럴 줄
successful after all.
알았어.
You just have to
앞으로도
keep up.
그렇게
Chop
하면
the
된다.
apples up. It's simple, isn't it? Alright, happy
맞다.
15th birthday.
포기와
Okay.
체념을 통해
A
벗어나는
nightmare escape through renunciation and resignation.
아침.
One day. As I
나는
woke from my
훗날
unsettling
흉측한
dreams, I found
해충으로
myself
변해
transformed
있었음을
into some
발견할
sort
수
of a
있어.
hideous pest. Yeah, hopefully I muted the mic before I sneezed there.
사과를
cut the apple in
조각내
half.
어떤 건 딱딱해
Somewhere hard, crumbly, were soft, somewhere
버석해
savvy.
땡내가 퍼질 때마다
The sugary smell made me sick.
깨달은 건
At
언제였어?
some point, I realized
꿈에서
something. I woke
깨어났다고
up from the, thought I
나는
woke up from the
여전히
dream, but I was in the middle of that nightmare. Oh, it's not an apple. It was a heart. Dimensional.
차
Alright, this should be good.
부숴줄 테다.
Augmented soldiers. Very simple.
벌써 끝나가는.
차
Prioritize the
부숴줄 테다.
wins.
맘.
좋아.
Good work, Tucker. I can tell you dealt a hard blow.
맘.
Victory. Might as well do
목표인가요?
as many of these as I can.
손쉽죠.
I'm avoiding damage decently well. I don't seem to be gaining anything from it, though, which is a little unfortunate, but that's how it goes sometimes.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
좋아. 장부에서 삭제.
차 부숴줄 테다.
Atrophied. Yeah, these soldiers are all augmented. Fortunately, they're not augmented enough for me.
맘.
Victory.
정리 시간이다.
An apple. Still in the battlefield.
아까랑
It's the
같은
same place as
장소네.
before, though something's different. There was a strong tug at Heathcliff's.
당신들 미쳤어?
Oh, this is the same as
잠깐.
before. isn't
하지만 너 우리와 타시려고 그런 분이 후발 부대에 계시면
뭔데?
왜 도망
난 한 번도 원한 적 없었어. 개조도
앞장서서
무슨 탁월한 계획입니다, 관리자님. 치고 빠질
Oh no,
때는
this is
잘 하시는군요.
different. What's this display of weakness? Do we should be punished? What's going on? Eek, we gotta fight them again. My stomach's gonna turn. Thomas mouth. Naturally, a pair of long antennae grow from his face. I never wanted this. Not the procedure, not the war. Why are you running? You should raise the banner and lead the front lines. Oh god, I'll give you a run. Fight them again? I think we should run here. Excellent plan. You know when to strike me, when to withdraw.
뭐 이런
What the hell's our deal? Retreat is not an
이해가 되지
option.
않아요.
I don't get it. I've heard every
전
employee of the
직원들을
corporation is
대상으로
modification, but I
개조가
can't fit this
사실과는
foul.
다소
I see
다를 수
we may
있습니다.
differ. What we see here may differ from some of the actual
그레고르
accounts.
씨의
The path was
기억이
opened by
아닌
Gregor's feelings,
마음이
not
만든
his
길이니까.
memories.
마음속에서
So this is how he
아군들은
felt in his heart about his
그
own allies.
경주에선
Did all the
모든
employees who
직원들은
received the augmentation?
대부분.
Most of them
다들
did.
동의하에
Was it
집도되었던
done with their
건가?
consent?
회사
Did
직원들은
the people in L Corp consent to offering themselves up to abnormalities? That's what was written in the
우린 알지
contract. We
못했지만
were never properly informed, though. They did
효율적인
such routine
관리를
procedures that
위해서는
should
그런
be
절차는 배제해야 한다.
management.
공포를
that we
직면해야
faced the fear.
그러니까.
In the end, anyone who joined agreed
입사한
to it,
직원들은
knowingly or
전부
not.
자,
우리라고 달랐어.
Can guess how it went for us then.
그래, 배로 가자.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
깔끔하게 물었군.
Yeah, once she gets those charge cramps out, she really starts doing a lot of damage. It's nice.
좋아. 장부에서 삭제.
Victory.
하나씩 차근차근 그어서 되갚아 보죠.
그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
됐나봐.
장부에서 삭제.
저거
자, 어느 쪽일지 잘 생각해보라고. 깔끔하게 물었군.
Oh, did I forget to enter here? You hear a faint voice. Please help. Do you follow the sound or run a pride check? Check out the source of the voice. The soldier was crushed in a rubble, grasping actively. Please kill me. It hurts so much. You can't ignore this person who will be ordered to bring to peace. Pride advantage. Who will take... Interesting. A lot of these require some really high rolls. I think she'd have the best shots of it. Yeah. Check passed. The soldier's life was lived a coup de grace by the knife. The human and rhythm that rose the blade soon ceased, and the soldier was given eternal rest. Shoddy dressing obtained. No problem. Allies gain 10% max HP. I guess that's just for the dungeon. Save team and heal everyone.
요리 씨,
What's the delay, Yuri? Give me a second,
잠시만요.
please. The gas mask fell off my
이젠
bag.
쓸모도 없을
I don't see
텐데.
it to serve any practical purpose
군장의
now.
무게만 늘리는
You're only weighing yourself down.
아저씨.
I mean, it's Aya's method.
N사 소속도
You indulge
아니면서
in the most pointless activity in the world.
세상에서
You
가장
aren't even
의미
from
없는
Corp.
반대로 묶어야
Tie it the
돼요.
other way.
네?
Sorry?
매듭이요.
The knot. It'll come
그렇게
loose if you tie
매서
it that
안
way.
풀리게
There's a
묶던
sailor's
방법이
knot I learned on the
있었어요.
boat. It'll teach you how
버스로
to do it back on the
돌아가면-
bus. Oh, thank you.
뭔데?
What now?
오늘
Why
뭐-
are you
유리,
so friendly?
이렇게
Yuri, you know
된
what?
거
You should join our
림버스
company while you're
컴스-
at it. Me?
알아.
I know. We need to get the okay from
베르길리우스나 그 윗선의
Virgil. Her superiors
권한이라는
are all
거.
that. But a little suggestion won't hurt. I
그리고
wonder. Plus, pink hair
분홍머리가
makes a perfect
회사의
mascot to represent us. Come on, why don't you give it some
마스코트로도
thought,
제격이거든.
please? Mascot, huh? Yuri made a smile for the first time, albeit faintly. Huh. This looks like an event, so let's see what's going on here.
전쟁은 끝났다.
The war was over,
하지만 난
yet my doppelganger was still holding a silly pose at the confident look on his face. That's not the kind of face I'd make.
하지만
Though, gotta give it to him for making the hair on my arm look grotesque as it is real. Whose job was this? I've grown fond of humor.
악몽 속에 오래
Being consumed by the nightmare for so long must have made me crave liveliness. Those scum from G-Corp, they should all be sent to the gallows. Someone murmurs, spitting on the floor. I could tell they're speaking without looking. Knowing that hurt. I felt nauseous. Sir, are you
어이,
alright?
괜찮은
You
거야?
okay, babe? You don't look well. I was just in the subway.
무슨
What the hell are
개소리야?
you blathering
그래.
about? Greg was still on the
여기 있냐?
battlefield. Gregor groped his pockets, stumbling hands with a bit of a cigarette, but soon stopped. It dawned on him as it did me. All the sinners seemed to realize it now. Toma was going to grab us and give a warning any second now.
당신들
Are you...
토마 씨,
Look, Toma, I'm starting
대사가
to secure
슬슬
pickup lines. I'll say it once. We're
지겨워져서
not out of our minds,
우린
and the Asian
미치지도
bomb isn't going to hit
않았고.
us. No. Instead of elaborating, he points up. I need help.
싶지
I
않아.
don't want to die. He was crushed to a pulp before our eyes. There's only one thing to say in a situation like this. Run! All troops, retreat! We must muster up everything we can if the airborne hand is ever present. It shows no signs of letting up. We're going to turn to pancakes. Any bright ideas, smart one? I'm listening. There's too many variables to consider in the fathoms of the ego. I can't be hasty with my
겁낼
judgment.
것이 뭐가
There's no
있겠는가?
cause for hesitation. A
진정한
true hero
영웅은
is to come no
어떠한
hardships. I don't
난
think I
목사발이
don't
되어버린
think I want to
시체는
recover a flattened
엉들망이야.
body.
미안
I'm sorry,
단테.
Dante. I didn't mean it that way. It was tempting to say something back to her, but I figured now I should keep my mouth shut so everyone could focus on running. Still thinking, are you? Well, are you, Mr.
당장의
Hall?
해결책을
You're asking for
물어본
an immediate
거라면
solution? Yes, I've come up with
확실한
one. The
건
only thing I can say for certain is our
이
objective is not nearby.
근방에는
Dante would
황금가지가
have responded
존재하지.
strongly otherwise. Are you joking? That's all you've got? Heathcliff furrowed his brows, ready to snap an unhelpful avant, but a close shave with his massive palm caused him to focus his energy rather than on his legs and his mouth. Gregor? Whoa, hey, hold up.
알 것
I think I
같아,
see
이것이.
now. If this world's a product of my mind, I took a breather and looked at the
우리들은
sky. We shouldn't run from the hand.
마탱이가
Trying to get the
가버렸냐?
crackers or what?
그래.
Gregor, are you sure?
지금까지
My own free will never played a hole in my
이건
life.
역시
It only makes me sense that resisting is
저
meaningless in
한껏
this reflection of
그렇다면.
my mind. In that case, letting the inevitable happen could be the
진심이야?
answer. Are you all serious? It's not like there's any other way. We're exhausted.
그리고 말이지.
Besides, look at that paint on its
저런
nails.
무늬의
You
매니큐어는
don't see that kind of
흔하지
polish
않은
anywhere.
손바닥의
If that hand
주인이
belongs
그
to who I
사람이
think it
맞다면
is. She's not will not stop
파우스트 씨,
chasing us. Faust,
당신
you said this path is paved on my
그렇다면
part, right?
확실할
And I can
거야.
tell you this for
내
sure.
마음의
It's
길은
about to hit a dead
방문.
end. Be it the nightmare or the
길도.
road, I never once strayed from that
그
woman's control. Who is Gregor talking about? What does he mean by nightmare? As much as I wanted to ask him. Might as well. Soon enough, the giant hand cast a shadow. Just before it reached us, it stopped, pulled us in its grasp, and everything went dark. I felt disorienting nausea being lifted. When everyone was suffering from it, Faust and I were the only ones left standing straight. I noticed the battlefield change to somewhere familiar. When traversing a narrow passage, swarm of cockroaches crawls. The rustling visage is almost revolting. Do you walk past them, or carefully move past the gross swarm? Enough is enough. Crush them with sinners. Gregor loses a lot of SP. Begin a combat. Win to gain an ego gift. I don't think I'm even using Gregor right now. Oh yeah, I am. Gregor lost 20 SP. Combat. Festered fragments. Yeah, I might want to remove him from the deployment and bring someone else just to make
하나씩
that easier.
차근차근 그어서 배가
Not a
파보자.
big deal, really. Actually, that might even be part of why we're allowed to manage the team.
참 부숴줄 테다.
Our enemy's a bit under the weather. It should be easy now.
목표 일시 무력화.
그 누구도 볼 수
excellent.
없게.
맘 좋아. 장부에서 삭제.
완전한
Fatal. There we are. Victory. Yeah, the painted nail was very specific. Allies with 50% or less HP will heal health.
목표인가요? 손쉽죠.
Win rate.
로자 교전 시작. 헛! 샤!
다음은 완전한 침묵.
로자 교전 시작.
좋아. 장부에서
완전한
삭제.
침묵.
Well, that was easy. Victory. I don't know why I want to do all these fights. I just kind of do.
손쉽죠. 그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
좋아. 장부에서 삭제.
목표 일시 무력화.
벌써 끝낸 맘. 그 누구도 볼 수 없게.
목표 완전 무력화.
내가 눈에 새겨주지. 맘.
Victory.
하나씩 차근차근 그어서 되갚아보죠.
내가 눈에 새겨주지.
로자 교전 시작.
벌써 끝나간 맘.
좋아. 장부에서 삭제.
완전한 침묵.
네네, 작전
These are
지역으로
gonna be
이동
human
중.
opponents this time.
교신 끝.
Since it's not marked as abnormality. Yep. Our enemies seem to be under the weather. We should take
로자
advantage of this.
교전 시작. 헛!
맘.
헛!
그래, 들어가자.
맘.
똑같지?
좋아. 장부에서 삭제.
벌써 끝나간 거.
로자 교전 시작.
좋아. 장부에서 삭제.
There we are. Looks like this is the final boss of the area. Yeah, I should probably bring Gregor now that he's been healed.
그냥 눈에 보이는 거 다 박살내면 되는 거지?
Should be in good shape now.
단테.
Dante, something about the containment unit seems different from the others, does not? Yeah, it really does.
네.
What's this? Yeah, most likely this is where we'll find the
황금가지가
abnormality in
뿌리내린
which the golden bow is
환상.
taking root. Heh, we
그래도-
managed to come this far, huh?
그레고르 씨,
Say,
버스로
Gregor, when we get back to the
돌아가면
bus, can you teach Karen how to
카론한테
use the
지도
map?
보는
Yeah, sounds good. I'm sure she'll like it.
그럴리가요.
I doubt that. Sinclair shook his head, then dry retched afterward. It's nice to have a place to go back to. The golden apple. Maybe the golden bowl lies within the apple.
차 부숴줄 테다.
Sprouts.
헛! 차!
I suppose if you're looking for a gold in the item, golden fruits is as good a place to start as you might as any.
교전 시작. 벌써 끝나가는 거.
Wow, we're doing some really good damage.
예상 못했나 봐.
Done. The apple's body broke and raging fruit still grew. Could the golden bow really be in here? Yeah, I'll check it out, Yuri said. The sinner with bug arms seems nervous about this. Doesn't want to go, perhaps? You can't just sing Yuri out alone. What sinner will keep her safe? Very high. Oh, I don't like those odds. So yeah, we're gonna go with a very high one. There we are. The fruit's cracked shell suddenly began to rattle as if it would jump at any moment. Gregor managed to escape, but Yuri couldn't. The fruit's flesh melted to form a new body. Don't feel too guilty. One life lost better than two. Golden apple formed a new body. The abnormality devoured Yuri in a bite. She was gone without a trace. I can save the other sinners. Nothing I can do about Yuri. Yeah, I should have known when they were making plans for what to do afterwards. She was never gonna make it out of here alive. As if expected. Without a word, Gregor hacked and slashed away, as if he expected Yuri unscathed, to find Yuri unscathed by slicing it open. Alright, so I'm guessing based on how that goes, that either Yuri dies or Yuri and the sinner dies. Which also explains why, because I can bring the sinners back, there's nothing I can do about Yuri. Darn it, Yuri, why'd you have to give the death flag? Now my team's barely taken any damage at all.
로자, 교전 시작.
I'm taking a bit of damage, but it's honestly nothing to really worry about.
로자, 교전 시작.
깔끔하게 물었군.
As the massive maggots falls apart in a hail of silent screams. Beyond that, I see a wave of radiant golden light. Is that the golden bow? As I begin to approach it, the apple begins to tremble. Excuse me, are you people
Limbus
from
컴퍼니에서
Yuri? Yuri okay? Even though I'd later seen Devour, I couldn't stop
버스로
asking.
돌아가면
I get back to the bus.
카런한테
and ask Karen how to. Then I saw the pink box of glimpse that Roger took a liking to. It's trying to. It absorbed her and is trying to use her against us. Yuri's head stood motionless, facing Gregor. Her face was upright. However, the Yuri we knew and accompanied was always hunched over. She slouched at times, though it were her sole surviving obligation to carry the wills of her late colleagues. Given that, I can warn him with confidence. That isn't Yuri, Gregor. Yeah, I think you're right. He accepted calmly. He did not stretch his arm, flying towards Yuri, yet it stopped traveling. I didn't want to die. Cut her down, Gregor. I don't know if this is the right thing to do as the manager. None of us wanted to die. But I had to shout at Gregor, stop him from being ruined. Cut it now. Oh, PTSD is coming back. The verminous arm stopped right before reaching the civilian's throat. I pulled against with all my might, but it wouldn't budge. Please spare me. I'll give you all my help. Let the woman go, otherwise I'll stop by force. My arm, cut off the arm now. Is your final warning. Just stay away. As the dismembered arm falls, she slides, grasping. However, the piece doesn't last long. The arm starts regenerating. Are you alright, sir? No, stay away, don't come closer. The regrown arm rushes forwards to remember the pain it suffered moments ago.
그레고로 과장님,
You have my
항상 존경하고 있습니다.
I shouldn't. I didn't fight in the war because I wanted to.
그럼 난
What else am I
도대체
supposed to do?
어쩌라는
Was it wrong that I
거야?
survived?
살아가
It's not like we got ourselves in this mess voluntarily.
끝에
We come
끝에서
to this end, only stop just
결실을
before
목전에 두고 멈추다니.
bears fruit. How regrettable.
우리야
Well, we'll take it. Opportunities left
잡지 않은
unclaimed
기회는
will
유찰될
null and void. Yuri's head fell to the ground. It wasn't Gregor's doing. Her mouth opens and lets something out. It was a tree branch radiating in golden
가지를
glow.
찾고 있었니?
Seeking the bow, were you?
당신
You.
생각보단
Bit small,
난
isn't it?
헤르만이라고 해.
I'm Herman. We'll be seeing each other
앞으로
often. The reason
우리는
being, we need those
가지가
bows.
필요하고
You were capable of finding them.
너희는
You won't
죽지
die, but
않지.
we will kill you. Herman nudges Yuri's head with a foot.
물론
It won't be
지금
now, though. We'll take good
가지는
care of the golden bow.
우주.
Gumbo, my dear patriot. Is this the path you chose? Guba?
이젠 몇 안
Indeed
남았지.
it is. Only a few remain now. It's been a
오랜만이네.
while,
네 옷에
brother.
더러운 냄새가 나는 거 알고
You know how
있어?
filthy your clothing
지금 꼴을
smells? If only your
가족들이
family
봤어야
were here to see you in this state.
아주 만남의
Ah, some reunion
광장이라고.
this turned into.
내가 준
How are you treating your
선물은
presents, my
잘간
son?
보자. 이런
I didn't invest
꼬락서니가
in you
되라고
just to see you
준
in
건
such a
바란 적
mess.
없어.
I never asked for this, not once.
그래도
You should at least finish
포장지는
unwrapping what I
맞아.
gave
보자
you.
그 능력.
That little arm isn't all there is to
자,
it.
인사는
Alright, now
여기.
that's enough greetings. Man introduced himself as Jia Huan, clapped twice. Then everything went dark, like waking from a nightmare. The early dawn greets you. After some time,
임무라고 생각했는데
and I thought this would be an easy mission for you.
눈앞에서 황금
After
가지를
allowing the golden bow to
빼앗기고
be taken before your very eyes, you had the gall to walk in with your faces
나의
up. Have I
과대평가였나?
overestimated you?
파우스터 씨,
Why don't you give me an excuse, Miss Faust?
불멸만이
As it
해답은
turns out,
아니더군요.
immortality isn't the solution to everything.
당신은 할 말이
Anything to say for
없습니까?
yourself, Dante? There was another group going after the golden bow. You have to have known this, so why didn't you warn me?
황금가지를 노리고
They're asking about the
왔던
other faction that sought the
다른
golden
세력에
bow.
대해
Faust placidly relayed my words.
설마
Don't tell me. Are you
내게
holding me
책임을 묻는
responsible?
겁니까?
He didn't give us any kind of preparation or information.
대묻죠,
Tell me,
단테.
Dante, why would we bother sending
아무런
12
위협
full
세력이
combatants
없는
into a place
곳에
with no threats?
해결사까지
After
추가로
hiring fixers to guide them
고용해가면서
too.
됐어 관리자 양반.
Enough. That's enough of that,
그건
manager
내
bud.
탓이야.
It's my fault. You want someone to blame me right here?
가력적이군.
How fascinating.
만난 지 얼마나
Build a sense
되었다고
of camaraderie
벌써부터.
between you already. Well, I
피자
do
한
suppose
배에
it's not
묶인
too bad to
자들끼리
cover up for each other once
감싸주는
you're all on
게
the same bus.
지구를
Just know
감싸주는
that
게
dicking up for one another
무능함을
doesn't
가릴
make
수
up your
있다고
연락이
incompetence.
왔습니다.
We got a call. After Spec
에프터
Ops Team
팀의
4 has
특별작전
just gone on the
사과가
ground for the
그래,
job. That
그래야겠지.
sounds about right. Someone to salvage the
남은
ego and
에고와 환상체라도
abnormalities left
회수
in there.
정작 중요한
It's a real shame
정수는
the essence was
이렇지만
lost,
뒤끝이
however.
길군.
This is getting excessive.
전장에서 실패는
Failure
의뢰
is a
있는
common thing on the
법이다.
battlefield. If an objective isn't
목표를
met, we
달성하지
devise another plan and
못했다면 첫
redeploy.
작전에서 너무
Are
많은
you sure
걸
wasn't
바라는
your
게
expectations
아닌가?
are too high for the first mission? I'll have you know our manager's
첫
performance was
지휘라고는 믿을 수 없다.
이쯤 해두지.
I suppose we'll leave it at that.
뭐
You're not entirely
아주
wrong.
그렇죠.
Certainly. There seemed to be an uncanny tension between Virgilus and Faust. But right now, I had neither the energy nor willpower to get inquisitive. The bus reeked of blood with all the stains and gore on our outfits, yet none of us tried to open the windows, and none of us had the urge to have a change of clothes. All just of us sat in one place, dwelling in the silence. Gregor had the most defeated look of all, staring out the window. Then he suddenly went to hang something from his pocket near the
벌레
windshield.
양반.
What
메피의
did you
머리에
put on Mephi?
뭘
Big guy,
매든
what did you
거야?
put on Mephi's head? I'm a
두
bit-
사람의 유품이다.
Something that belonged to
딱
the two.
유리 씨만한
I had a
여동생이
sister about Yuri's
있었거든요.
age. That's all there is. I considered giving a pep talk, but that quickly dissipated. Ishmael gave a grieving look. Sinclair was very quietly weeping, and Rod let out a distressed sigh. If they couldn't offer him any encouragement, what could I do? Carol, won't this get in your way? No, Karen will be fine. Alright, then let's hit the road. Vroom vroom. The bus slowly grumbled forward. The gas mask hanging by the windshield waved like an ornament. The old days of chasing down shadows. All the remains of vain memories. You see how now you can see how everyone's doing after the events. As if a fire swept right over me. All that's in my hands is ash dust. I have run all the best as time's gone by. They got me choked up. Will I end up missing them too? A long, long ways from now. I look back on I sure hope that I can smile. Well, obviously Dante's not the protagonist's real name, but whatever it is, it seems beneficial to everyone that we don't know it yet. And obviously Virgilus is doing it specifically because of having us in this situation for whatever his mysterious ends are. With whatever time I have left to take my steps forward. And it seems Dante's taking it pretty hard. I must look just like a candle. Got a moment to breathe. As though the turbulent night. Hope I can take my path. Hope that I can take long, long ways from right. When I look back on those memories, I sure wish that I could smile. Let me fly so where to reach the stars like a bird upon the night sky. This night will visit me again, I'm sure, but it's alright since I can live on. It's alright. Sung by Gregor.
훌륭한 전시회였어.
That's quite the exhibition.
이걸
Basic identity
오히려 고맙다고 말해야
uptied.
하나?
Ah, thanks. Basic ego thread spun. That's quite the exhibition. Perhaps I should thank them for being such a delightful collection for us. Dactyl rivalry detected. XP liquidation has been unlocked. A new function has been unlocked. Please direct your attention here. It's possible to go stronger by gaining experience through battle, but that's not the most optimal. These are to speed up your identities training. The complete activation during training tickets. Using these is a much faster way of leveling identities. In thread locations, which will be unlocked later, you can also do this during threads. Resources used to spend ego. Please note that these modules are needed to enter. Once cleared, they can be skipped. Skipping costs double though, but it saves time and grants 1.5 times rewards. Okay, so it's more efficient. So skip battle saves time, but doing it normally is convenient. The higher ones will be unlocked as we continue our journey. Higher level ones yield better and more efficient resources. It's recommended to check this menu from time to time so you can unlock something new. TLDR, if you want XP or thread, you can use this. I basically never do thread stuff, but I do use AXP a lot. Might not be a bad idea, especially since I should probably start winding
오늘따라
down.
별이 박수.
Star shines bright.
관리자 나리께서도 별이 보여?
Change lobby art. The exclamation point is on the top right. Oh. Clear. Banner acquired. Pass missions. Oh. Oh, I see. Battle passes. Suppress 20 abnormalities. Thread. Not bad. I see. The free and with Limbus pass. I'm very hesitant to spend money on the gacha, but I suppose if I'm buying something directly, I can consider it, but I make no guarantees. Alright, so it looks like I have a day left to do this, so while I don't know if I'm going to be streaming this tomorrow, but I definitely will be streaming it at least on Thursday. I can't do it Wednesday because I have the team stuff there. The pass lasts 6 months is what lets you get thread for anything. Yeah, passes are usually a reasonably good investment if you like everything that's in it. I take it the zeros here are basically the star ranks. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. So these are all 5 stars for the 3, functionally 5 stars for the 3 0 ones. Good to know. These are all chains. Yeah, I don't have any alternatives here for a lot of these. You can only gotcha 2 and 3, and there's not many 2s. Ah, interesting. Yeah, I kind of understand why a lot of people are doing the same thing Genshin is, where you only have the top 2 ones in the base. It makes sense. While less games are making the lower stars useless, the fact of the matter is it's just a lot more easier design space to go for those. Not sure why a couple are level 8 while everyone else is level 7, but I guess it doesn't really matter much. Oh, I see him. I guess I should have done that earlier, but oh well. Excavation. Does this also give those? XP tickets and manager XP per level. That's good. Although, does it also give you the event currency? Or would I want to go back till chapter 1 and redo some fights here to farm for those? Oh, right, I guess I should grab these while I'm here. Get event currency for your first time clears. Ah. In that case, I'm not sure I'm gonna... So that is to say, you'd have to keep playing. Alright, so I can't just redo old stuff in my off time then. That's a little annoying. Although... So go to the event. Ah. 8 chapters already, wow. Reward. Alright, the exchange. So your goal in theory would be 1,000 for the ID. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make that, unfortunately. Would I be correct in assuming that this will continue, that even after the event ends, the shop will remain a bit afterwards, so you can spend the rest of your cash? Yes, okay. Alright, in that case I won't worry about it. The event's nice and all, but it's not the event I'm joining for. Although it might not be bad to, let's see here. Difficulty level 8.
흥미로운 일이
We'll
벌어지면
do this here for
좋겠어요.
some XP tickets and
출진이다!
좋아. 장부에서 삭제.
내가 눈에 새겨줘.
늘 새롭다니까요.
이건 예상 못했나 봐. 깔끔하게 몰았군. 깔끔하게 몰았군.
내가 눈에 새겨주지.
and Don Quixote uses a pretty nice dodge in there. No, wait, that's someone got seriously hurt, didn't they?
깔끔하게 몰았군. 이건 예상 못했나 봐.
There we are. Good.
자, 어느 쪽일지 잘
Do you
생각해보라고.
understand how standing blue bubble works? It goes up when doing well and low when doing poorly, and if you take too much penalty, you get stunned, right? That's the general gist I got about it. It's also why it's like
새롭다니까요.
50-50 odds. Every attack is rolling 50-50 odds. Sandy increases the odds.
이걸로 이번 주운과 결별할 날도 머지 않았나. 마지막까지 알뜰히 사용하시는 것 같으니 미련은 없겠다마는.
Actually, maybe I should put them all into 6 here. Because, like I said, I'm getting tired, so I should probably call it for the night. My 95% chance of heads. Dang, that's pretty good. And the Sinners got leveled up good from that too, right? A little, I guess. I think it was a negative, only 5% chance of heads. Yeah, I have noticed the enemies click Ryoshu. Okay, so this is what I use level up for. And use tickets on her. I suppose you have a point that I should probably just use all mine on her since she's the most powerful one I have by a pretty good margin. There we are. The further you go, the more unleveling just becomes that much easier. That makes sense. I could do one more at least just to try and get someone else leveled, maybe someone I like. I wouldn't worry too much about levels. And I'll just keep these in storage then. Although I guess it would leveling the main account's not a bad idea either. Canto, you unlock the main grind you can do when not doing story. And that's to get a lot of resources easily. Yeah, that does sound like a good idea. That's what those banners are for. I'm gonna be late to the party a bit for this, but I will say it's definitely had a really strong initial pull
오늘따라
here.
별이 박소. 관리자
Oh,
나리께서도
there's something here? Past missions? Oh, I see. Receive one through ego shards of random sinners. Ding! Red boxes give you random character shards of the dispenser. Yellow lets you select. Makes sense. Alright, so this will just last until whenever they say Season 7's coming, so we probably got a while. Doing the thing unlock will give you like 8 levels, oh my. That's good to know. Or 24 levels if you do hard mode, unlock later. Maybe tomorrow night I will go for it a bit. I can't go too late, but one more, or should be fine, I think. Yeah, if Canto 2 is not too much longer than Canto 1, it shouldn't be an issue. Alright then. I'm definitely gonna be sticking to this for a bit. So that's gonna be all for tonight. Until next time, thank you for watching, hope you had a good time, I'll see you later.
관리자 나리! 나를